What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to that Tuesday thing we do.
Topicless. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me always, my homie, my compatriot, my buddy, Jason Bascom. What's going on, brother? How you do, buddy? Perfect timing taking your drink there, bub. Yeah.
Yes. Doing just swell. Doing just swell. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. Finished the trading card art for the Nicole exclusive trading card for Mercenary Guild. And I see you've got your aspartame-laden drink right there.
And this
and that one, yes. Gross. Aspartame
preservatives
is
preserves
gross.
the flesh, keeps you young and silky smooth.
Yep. You burn longer in the cremation. So yeah.
Yes. More
Turn
flames.
yourself into a fire log. Drink aspartame.
That's right. Keep the family warm.
Yes. So
It's
when
cold in the winter.
It
does.
Winter's coming. Winter's coming.
It is coming.
Yeah.
I hate the winter.
Yeah.
Why
You ever
I-
noticed in
that's
that
why-
show that winter just it was always coming, but it never actually showed up, like ever?
Well, I never watched it, so
Oh well,
No.
you didn't. You know what? You didn't really miss much by the end of it. Like
yeah. Well, I
seriously.
heard the last season is like, but I heard the first like 5 are really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. No. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, it's the first 5 were pretty good. The last season was terrible. I mean, hell, even up to season 7, it was all right. But then, towards the end of season 7, they ran out of material to pull from, so they're just like, yeah, we're gonna make it up as we go along. That didn't work out all that well.
And really, all they had to do was, if you think about it, because people speculate online, like rumors are abound, and you could kind of get the feel of what the fans want with
Oh,
that
yeah.
speculation. And you could have just satisfied everybody by doing what they like, this general consensus of what the ending would be. Have that
Oh, yeah.
be the ending, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we got what we wanted."
And then
you know?
the people that picked up on it or whatever that they used the ending of we get to be right. We get to be correct. Yay!
There's
No,
nothing.
they couldn't do that.
There's nothing wrong with giving people what they want. It's actually a good thing.
Especially when it comes to the fans that have supported you for the almost decade that the show was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, and mind you, it's rumor. I don't know how true it is, but I heard. Okay, see, I heard they're making Silver Surfer a chick, but I thought there was a chick, like,
Herald of Galactus.
yeah, I thought there was with like the
Nova.
she was- yeah, that's who I thought it was. No, Nova was the chick,
There's Richard Rider, the Nova from the Nova
Right.
Corps, and then
and then
there's
the
Nova,
other Nova. Okay,
who is all gold with like the fire hair.
gold. Okay, I thought it was.
Yep,
silver.
she's all gold.
It's gold. Yeah, so just
No.
do that one.
We got to take Silver Surfer and turn.
It
turn
doesn't
him
make
into
any
a
sense.
chick.
I mean, first off,
No, it doesn't.
yes, you Silver Surfer, he's cool. But if you're gonna
Yeah.
just do it, he has other heralds. You do the chick one
What?
then, if you really want it to be the
Use
chick, and have at least
Silver
be some kind of
Surfer.
continuity.
Like, use Norin Rad for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
out of
cool.
here with your fucking gender swapping bullshit.
Like I said, there's no point in gender swapping something that
No,
kind of already
especially
exists.
when there's already an analog.
Yeah, it's already there.
Like if you want to do Nova, do Nova.
yeah, that's
whatever.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I honestly, I'm so over what these
Well,
hacks are doing with our
my-
characters. Like, I don't even care that Fantastic Four has been announced. I don't care that
Yeah.
Beast shows up at the end of Marvels. I don't care.
My whole thing is just shelf it all for a few years and just stop.
No,
You know what I-
we've got to keep milking
That's
this for all it's worth.
What I
you
would
know?
prefer, I'd prefer it to go back to being nerdy and like you get beat up for it. I've said that before. Like if you collect comics, that's what I would prever it to go
Good
back
luck with that.
to. Yeah.
Oh, these
That'd
are
be
these
nice.
are hot IPs now.
Like I got-
these.
Yeah, you got that. It's actually a good one. This is one of the few
Is
new
that a
Frank
Frank
Miller.
Miller Deadpool?
Yeah, it's one of the few good ones he's actually done.
Wow.
This one's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's definitely not bad.
Yeah, that one's not bad. I think it's because there's just really nothing there except just pure line art, so he didn't really have much to do with it. Yeah,
the colorist also
the colors, yeah.
did flat
Yeah.
stuff and
So yeah, it made
solid edges on the
like
the,
this looks like a comic book
shadows.
cover. Like it's
Yes.
yeah. Doesn't really look too much like Frank Miller, but
I mean, I was able to tell it was Frank Miller just by looking at it. So,
right.
I mean,
so I got the
Sam Keith Wolverine.
Yeah, I like this
nice,
cover.
dude.
It's dope.
Yeah.
I got yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stone.
I saw it. I'm like, I might as well
Pitasio.
get it. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
might as well
it's
get
Will
Will's.
Pitasio, man.
I mean,
Fuck
this
yeah.
isn't Wrightson, but I got a Swamp Thing number 12. So I was like, I'll get
Nice.
number 12. Why not? Yeah,
Swamp
so I
Thing.
got a few
Old
books.
Swamp Thing books are fun.
Yeah, man, they're pretty dope. So yeah, but see, you could stick to the classics,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get good fan service that way.
Just complete my collections on old stuff, and as far as like newer stuff, I'll just buy indie, man. Like you can, there's still indie books that do that do Diamond. I mean, as much as I feel that Diamond kind of cut and run on the industry, there's still some cool shit there. People like paying their ticket to ride and trying to get somebody to pay attention to their shit in the book. So.
Mm-hmm. And the new Detective Comics stuff isn't too bad. Jason something Williams, I can't remember his name, but he's really good. He's been in the industry for years. But it's actually like stylized, so it looks really dope, So the new Detective Comic artwork's actually pretty good. So that's worth picking up, actually, I think.
Nice. I mean, at least there's
Jason,
there's something out there.
Jason William Alexander, I believe it is.
Okay, I'm not familiar, but I'll have to
take
a look. See, I mean, I've never been super into Batman though. Like, I've never been super into DC, to be perfectly honest.
He's done a lot of other stuff. Some
Right.
Image, some back, but he's been around for a while. His stuff's really good.
Nice.
I mean, it's not totally like a Holtz or a Keith or anything like that, but it's stylized. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
there's zip to it, and it's nice. That's not just here's the line art, colorist, make it dope. It's like there's like he actually uses shadows and technique, and it looks really good. So yeah, the new Detective Comics stuff's pretty good. Pick that up. Actually, I have it right here. I can show it.
Ah, okay. Well, while you're doing that, I will say hello to the chat because we got a jumping chat going on. Miss Good Stuff says, "Boom shakalaka laka." Welcome. Good to see you, Miss Good Stuff.
Hello, Mrs.
What's up, Tokame? Hail to the room. Hail chat. Hail panel.
Tokame.
Or Pain Nail. Talk to text and autocorrect are a hell of a thing. Let's see. And Ray Haylock says, shakalaka boom boom. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, man. Hail. We got a flying feline in the chat. Skull,
Hello,
beautiful.
feline.
Good to see you,
Skulls.
gorgeous. Great show earlier today. We had a lot of fun on the Happy Hour Hangout, 5 p.m. on Feline's channel. Today we did hot toddies. I didn't make a hot toddy, but I had scotch and I had hot coffee, so it worked out well.
Same difference.
Basically, yes. What's up, Cement Shoes? Good to see you, Mike.
Cement. What's going on, man?
Hey, we got a Metal Movies and Brewskis in the chat. What's up, brother?
He had
see you,
on
Matt.
Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner, dude.
That's what I heard. That's fucking badass stuff, man. I like to hear that.
I hate you.
Now, I bet that was a fun conversation, dude.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. I
Listen,
still
man,
have to,
sometimes
I still
what you
haven't
gotta do
watched
is reach out to these
I gotta
guys,
watch it. Yeah, I haven't watched it, to be fair. I gotta watch it, though. I've been meaning to go watch that.
Yeah.
They didn't stream. They usually do their Monday night with Preston, and they do their album covers things. I didn't see them go live last night.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's always super late for me. I'm always crashed out. Usually
Yeah,
by
you're always
that
done.
time.
I'm trying to find a dope.
What's up, Stippling Vaughn? Good to see you. He
Vaughn,
says,
what's
I'm
going
here. Welcome. I'm scrolling down, catching up with the chat. Let's see. Stippling Vaughn says, I liked the final season because they were finally were fighting. Yeah. I mean, we were all waiting for them to fight, but I wanted it to be better.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I can see that. It's there's something kind of Sam Keith about it.
Yeah, a little. Like he uses his hard shadows and stuff too, like a little bit of Wrightson in there and stuff. I mean, I picked a big page to show, but
yeah,
like and his women are soft, like they look like women. You know what I mean? They're not just
that's cool.
flat chested. Yeah, dude, it's dope. The guy's really good. Jason something. I remember it because
Jason
it's
Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, dude. He did some Poison Elves stuff for Drew Hayes and Sirius Entertainment back in the day. Yeah, he's good. He's good peeps, man. I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah. So he's on Dark Knight, dude. So that's worth picking up for while he's on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So go pick up Dark Knight.
Tokime said American Horror Story is the same way. Season 10. Kill me. The big evil threat was HIV. Like really? Well, I mean, you know, they have zero creativity left. Season 11, he says. Yep, they're pretty awful. Don't forget Nova from Planet of the Apes. Never saw the new Planet of the Apes and don't really remember the old ones. What's up, Eagle Rider? Welcome.
Hello,
good to
Sheila.
see you. I think that's Rose.
Sheila.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Metal Movies and Brewski says I'm amped for Hellboy, Terrifier 3, and The Crow. I don't know how I feel about the remake of The Crow, man.
I mean, Obar has his hands in on it, so it should be good. I mean,
what's up,
thing is, what's going on more about it? I mean, dude, The Crow is one of my favorites. Like, bar none.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorites. I really wish I owned the original comics. Like, I had the trade for a while. I don't know what happened.
I have an original first printing of the kitchen sink.
That's what I had. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone somewhere. But Brandon Lee did an amazing job. I guess you kind of got to just take that for what it is and not compare this one against it, mainly because this one might be good. It might be good. We'll see. If it's not, then obviously I'm going to hold you to it. The Crow 2 actually had a lot of dialogue in it that's in the graphic novel that 1 didn't, which is kind of funny. So 2 really wasn't too bad in that regard. And the Deftones are in 2.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Crow. I don't know. I'm curious.
I don't know.
I really just
don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I would just like them to adapt other Crows because there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Adapt one of the other stories. Like there's one with like a Japanese gang, and
I mean, none of the other stories had the same impact. So that's why they want to go with Eric Draven. Eric Draven had the most impact with people because it was.
That's just the one people know because of the Crow, though.
Yeah,
like if that movie never came out, people wouldn't know any better if you told a different Crow story.
They've tried. It. Just they've never caught on. You know, they had a TV series for a while. You know,
forgot about that. I never watched it.
They did Crow City of Angels, and then they did a third Crow movie that nobody watched, and then they did a TV series that nobody equally watched. So,
yeah, there's some dope. Like the Alex May Leave one that he drew is really good. The chick Crow and like she was pregnant whenever she got killed. I think that would resonate with people. You know, coming back from the grave, pretty much to
avenge the child.
Yeah, that was never born. I mean, that's relatable in a lot of ways.
Sure. Tokime says, from what I've been told by my local store, Diamond lately has been pushing comic stores to only carry the big 2 or pay a huge premium if they don't. How the fuck are they doing that? Because both Marvel and DC have, they have their own distribution. They don't need Diamond. The only thing Diamond really has in their catalogs anymore is, Boom, Dark Horse, and so a lot of the other smaller publishers. So I don't know how that works, but whatever, they're going to keep doing their archaic path until, dinosaurs are going to be dinosaurs, I guess. I don't know. Shut.
Yeah, I don't really talk to my comic shop about like these kind of things. I just go in there and talk to them about comics.
I went in to the comic shop the other day, and there's a lot of manga. A lot of manga.
There's the same amount in mine. They got a decent amount of back issues of regular books, though, which they actually do very well on, I'm sure. Plus, like, the variants, and they do pretty well in toys and statues, I'm sure, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but their manga section's
got more toys and statues in there as well. Made some. Okay, cool. Excellent. Yeah. I'll actually be showing the artwork for that before we get rolling this evening. No, I'm typing tonight, working on concept sketches for my book, just making bad jokes while I do it. Okay. Yeah.
That'll do.
Next week I'll crack a beer with you guys. Just finished moving house and I'm broken. Cheers to y'all. Yeah, man. Moving sucks. Moving absolutely sucks. It is no fucking fun. Yeah. But congratulations on getting moved, Ray. It's no fun. Yeah, I haven't had any interest in pop culture in years. I'm interested in the indie scene we got going on over here. Indie movies, indie music, stuff like that. You know, people actually making stuff, but I don't care about mainstream stuff anymore. I don't.
I just don't understand why they hate money. It's like it's so obvious what you can do, and you just go the opposite route. Like, why do you not like money? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's
Backpats. Like, I don't know.
I know why they're doing it, but it's illogical. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, why do you hate money? It's like I said, people have voted. Dude, the Reed Richards everybody wanted, they turned to spaghetti. You know, like, you hate money. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why? And then you cast the guy everyone loathes, even just based on his personality.
Pedro Pascal doesn't need to be in every movie. Like, he's not that good.
Like, you might as well cast Henry Cavill instead of him, and it would do better.
I would actually prefer Henry Cavill as Reed Richards. Mm-hmm. But, you know, whatever. Matt says, yeah, we've been doing the show bi-weekly. Both of us have been slammed.
Okay.
Battle Movies Brisky says, missed out on the Poison Elves Kickstarter. I'm mad, butthurt. Dude, I got in on that before it closed. I managed to get in on that around my birthday. Before that closed, and I cannot fucking wait, dude.
What was it?
Cannot wait. Poison Elves did a Kickstarter. It was like the best hardcover.
I didn't even know about it.
Black and white. Yeah. Oh, dude.
I would have backed it had I known. That's fine. You don't have to tell me things. That's fine. I can miss out on cool stuff. I don't mind. That's fine. I'll just sit here, dying of kidney disease, going blind. That's fine.
Yeah.
Luke, are you there?
I shared it. I shared it out on Facebook.
Where are you, Luke? Can't see you.
Sound like a drunk Obi-Wan. Let's see. I rewatched the OG Planet of the Apes. Great flick. That's what I've heard.
You've never seen the original Planet of the Apes?
No, I've seen it a long time ago. I haven't watched it in a long fucking time.
It holds up, man. It's a classic. You know, I mean, it's a good movie. It's Charlton Heston. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Get your hands off of me, you damn dirty ape.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And I agree more. Movie. Don't remake The Crow ever.
Hey,
Carrie. Pariah, Carrie. Blood and Mud. I got the digital version. Enjoyable read. Very cool.
You see, like I said, you don't have to remake The Crow. There's other Crow stories you could tell.
Exactly.
So
still in Crab Lakes and sniping you guys from the happy hour hangout green room. Oh, well, have fun. Hi, everybody.
I was in Discord with Billy, Plagle, Hockey, and Ink. So yeah, they're trying. Billy's trying to figure out the slang for a musician in Australia. Hockey told him, and he forgot what it was, and
Hockey's not going to tell him again, I guess.
He's holding it over his head. I don't know if he's told him not by now or not. So, yeah.
Right.
I found out what it was. I just looked it up online.
Let's see. Skull Cowboy for the win. All I'm saying. Yeah. The Crow shouldn't be remade, but it is. So fuck it. Maybe we'll get Skull Cowboy. Maybe. If we're lucky. Sure, the Crow is a revenant. So it can be anyone, but do it right with the violence in the heart. Yeah, exactly.
Well, but like I said, it is anyone, because there's a lot of Crow stories, just like that are already comics. Like I said, these companies kind of hate money. Like there's good ones out there, they just don't want to make them. They kind of want to rehash something that did well, and then might not do well because it'll leave a sour taste in people's mouths because it's not the original. So. Instead of like adapting a comic that is cool, like, you know, a Fantastic Four comic or X-Men or Crow or whatever. And dude, that's why Sin City was so good. It was the comic. It was like you could follow it word balloon, panel to panel, shot for shot, word balloon. It was a moving comic book. It was a live action comic. That's why it was so good. Yeah.
The Terminator 2. Eddie Furlong was a Crow? That doesn't seem right.
He was in the second one. Or the third one. No, he was in the third one. I take that back. That's why nobody watched it. Yeah, dude. He was the third Crow. and this is during his drug phase, I think. So yeah,
Jesus,
he didn't look good.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Carrie, there's a link at the top of the chat that you can sign up for Mercenary Guild. And if you guys do sign up for Mercenary Guild, you will get, let me go ahead and I'll flip this around so you guys can see. You guys will get, let's see. This card.
That one. Everyone gets that one. He's going to cut it up into tiny little pieces, and he's going to mail it out to
among everybody.
Yep, everybody gets a piece of this card.
So this is the Elven Sorceress Nicole. She's part of the Mage Guild. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And this is Inkwash in the background. And the original artwork for this, I believe, is going to be on the campaign.
Get it while you can, friends. Back it today.
That is correct.
Pardon me. Is it going to be black and white, or is it going to get colored?
We got to figure that out.
Okay.
It may end up staying black and
Either
white.
which way is going to be cool. It's a really good black and white piece. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finish that up this weekend. And so this is the card that you guys will get if you sign up for Mercenary Guild at the link at the pinned at the top. And Feline just dropped it in the chat as well. Sign up, and when you back the book, you will get this exclusive hot trading card of the Elven
Back it
Sorceress
today.
Nicole.
Campaign's closing out soon.
Yes, totally. It's closing out soon.
Yes. Back it.
Back it. Back it now. Back it twice. Back it thrice.
That's right. That's Wise Guy
That
says.
is correct.
Where's Wise Guys at? I haven't seen Wise Guys in a while. Get in here, Wise Guys.
Right.
Coward.
The movie's way more gothic than the book. The book is more dirty Detroit. Yeah. The dirty the book is definitely more dirty Detroit. I agree. Old Dirty Fatty says, I went to school with Malieve. That's cool. What's up, Old Dirty Fatty? Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, Tank Ferret? Good to see you, sir.
What's up, Tank?
Welcome. Hail and happy Tank Tuesday to all you magnificent bastards. Good to see you,
Yeah,
sir.
I missed out on that Malieve Mac artist sketchbook thing that they had on Kickstarter. Dude, because my Yahoo doesn't alert my phone because it would just blow up constantly, so I have that muted.
Right.
So, but I did have the thing remind me when this goes live, and of course, I never got it because I have it turned off, so I never knew when it went live. So I missed out on it.
I don't remember City of Angels, Matt. The original, the original is in my top 5.
City of Angels was, I think what hurt it the most is the Crow before it. Like, really.
Right.
I think if the Crow never was made, it might have been looked at in a lot better light. Everybody just compared it to the first one, and people were just like, yeah, no, that's not the Crow. So, yeah. And once again, the remake, they're going to do the same thing. So, but the only thing
might as well leave it alone or do it
I
completely
agree.
new story.
Only thing the remake has going for it is that there's people that have never heard of the Crow that are young, and they're like, oh, what's this movie? You know, because nobody looks anything up. So that's the only thing that it kind of has going for it, but that's only gonna go so far.
Let's see. Female Silver Surfer instead of Nova. Yeah, no, I'm good. They can keep that. What's up, Adam Kember?
What's up, Adam?
Welcome, sir. Good to see you. And we got a Lord Liam. Welcome, Lord Liam. Welcome. Going to commission some art from Jason. I'm sending reference art in Braille. Brutal. Oh, Lord Liam, I got third, I guess is what you would call it. I got side B of record 1. And our boy Metal Movies and Brewskis got side A of disc 2. And then I believe it was Chris Selby that that took it on home with the side A of disc 1. But yeah, it was a fantastic contest. A lot of really fucking great artwork for the.
Oh, you're talking about for the Kill 'Em Dead?
Kill Them Dead, yeah, for the Kill Them Dead art contest.
So there's more than one album?
Yeah. There's two records, and we've got side A and side B of each record. Yeah,
so you got side B of the second record?
I got side B of I got side B of record 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Metal Movies and Brucey's got side A of record 2.
Still pretty
So I
cool.
got-
Nice.
Yeah, I got the backside of the first record. So yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty
Nice.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking
a
forward
good
to
piece.
seeing my artwork put on vinyl.
A lot of great
Yeah.
entries, man. A lot of great entries
Yeah.
on that. I saw them go over it in a lot of great entries, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. A lot of really talented people in this scene, man. Yeah, you are correct, Tokame. Nobody wants to take a risk. They want something that was that's a sure thing. Oh, it's definitely gonna sell, right?
I don't even know the last.
What's up, Bleak?
Yo, what's going on, King Link? I don't even know the last new movie, aside from Sisu that I saw.
Right. I haven't seen that yet, but I have it. I haven't watched
You'll like
it
it.
yet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's mindless
Thank you,
entertainment.
Feline.
Trying to think.
Carrie, if the pin link doesn't do any good, then hit the link that Feline posted right here.
Right there.
Right there. Exactly.
Right there.
Literally right there.
Right there.
Yep.
There.
Let's see.
There. You posted
Cost
a
you
broken
nothing to
link.
sign up. That is correct. And
Only
thank you,
your
Seth. I
soul.
appreciate that, man. Pin link isn't working. Of course not.
Do you put ham on your chicken parm?
No, it's more of a chicken cordon bleu type thing, isn't it?
Hockey? You are wrong, my friend.
Yeah.
Case is closed now, Hockey.
Yeah. Chicken parm is literally just
Luke?
Parmesan cheese on and it's a breaded chicken breast usually.
Mm-hmm. Luke is Italiano. He would know. Settled.
This is true. This is true.
It's true.
I
I
can't
speak
fault his
truths.
logic.
I only deal
Can't
with
fault his
truths.
logic.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. So he speaks for all of Italians. So
That's right.
there you go.
He's a bit salty about that apparently.
Yeah,
Ham on
no.
chicken parm, says Feline. What the fuck? Yeah.
Apparently, there's madness in this world. Billy was all for it, I think. I don't know. No. I can understand having a meat sauce with it, but that's still a marinara. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
marinara
fine.
sauce.
Yeah, a marinara and you put some meat in it. Whatever. You do you, bro. But it's marinara, breaded chicken, and Parmesan cheese. That's it.
Oh, apparently you cannot call it an OZ Parma without ham. Apparently that's how they do it over there.
No. They do it
Here
wrong.
at Yank, you get everything wrong. Now we improved the English language. We do chicken parm right. Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah,
all of
usually
Italy
chicken breast
is
with
right.
cheese and sometimes on a bed of tomato sauce. Yeah.
All of Italy is right there.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks for it, and
Absolutely.
you get served spaghetti on the side. Like that's usually the way it goes.
Usually. What's up, Devil Flyer? Good to see you,
What's
mate.
going on, Rex? So so Hockey once again, wrong. You and your muses.
Yes. I'm puzzled by the ham.
I didn't get it either.
No, dear God, no meat in the chicken parm sauce.
Like, okay, he does sometimes he'll wrap the chicken in bacon. That sounds delicious because bacon goes with everything.
I mean, that's not chicken parm though.
But it's not chicken parm. though, right?
Unsubscribed. Oh.
It's not
It's
my
all
channel.
right.
I don't
I
care.
understand, Hockey. I understand.
Not my channel. Go right ahead, Hockey. I don't care.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. Uh-huh.
You're welcome.
Spinach on the side. It's actually good. Yeah, I like my chicken parm slightly breaded, and then with the parm on the top.
You know what's really
and,
delicious?
marinara.
Yeah, you know what's really delicious? Like you have it, but you also have a slice of tomato like in the center, and then you pour the marinara on it.
Mm-hmm.
So good, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. Like you get that actual like juiciness of that tomato. Like it's just that pure, it's so delicious when you have that little slice of tomato just on top of it. I don't know
See,
what it is.
even Feline says that's cordon bleu.
It's cordon bleu. That's what I said. That's chicken cordon bleu. If you got to take the
Yeah.
marinara off of it, but it's chicken cordon bleu. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't put the marinara on there, but that's that's ham, chicken, and cheese.
Wendy's
all that.
or
Yeah.
Arby's has a delicious chicken cordon bleu sandwich. It's very good. You put horsey sauce on it. It's delicious.
Right.
It upsets my
Ray-
stomach though, but
Ray says I need to get over there and cook for you guys. Your diet sounds broken. I don't know, man.
no, it's accurate. Okay, it's
Yeah.
accurate. accurate. We cook things the way they're supposed to be cooked. All right, we follow the formula.
You have orange and milk, and you call me.
He's on this. Okay.
Oh, right, like the orange creamsicle. Like, come on,
like
man.
an orange creamsicle, but in California, he drank this thing called the orange 50/50 or whatever, orange blast or orange bomb, orange power. I can't remember the name of it, but it's pretty much like an orange Julius. It's essentially almost what it is. And so the hockey, it's milk and orange. It's like, no, you're not combining milk and orange juice and that's it. That's nasty.
No.
Like there's things that go in it that make it frothy and delicious.
I don't smother my chicken in sugar. I don't make it.
Smother it in sugar? Why are you smothering your chicken in sugar?
Yeah. That's ham. You smother ham in sugar. Brown sugar.
Sometimes. Brown sugar, people cook it with brown sugar.
Brucey's got his holiday ham.
Now, some people will put a pinch of sugar in their sauce, but that's to cut down on the acidity. It's not for flavor. I don't like that. Sometimes people overdo it and, you taste the sweetness. So I'm not a fan. But if you do add like a pinch, literally a pinch, it's supposed to cut down on the acidity.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
I mean, tomatoes have a lot of sugar in them already.
Yeah, they're very acidic. So
they are very acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just pop a couple tums and you eat as much
chicken
as you want.
parm and red sauce and pasta.
Well, just get the chicken parm without the pasta. Have a nice salad with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could do that. But, I do enjoy pasta every now and then.
I like it too.
Like Feline says, Jason Childs. Julia Childs. Yeah.
I know how to cook. What are you talking about? I'm a good chef.
Sometimes smother my chicken in sugar and to make it Chinese food. Sometimes.
Or you could smother it in aspartame and live a lot longer.
Apparently, Julius is usually OJ, egg whites, milk, sugar, and salt.
See, there's a lot of other things that go in it. Yeah, it's sugary, but yeah, it's orange blast. I think is what it's called. I can't remember. Orange bomb. I can't remember what it's called. Don't know.
Just because you drank something strange while out in California, man, don't blame that on the rest of the country.
Which
we don't take responsibility for California, man.
It's still delicious though.
Matt says I used brown sugar and ginger ale for my holiday ham and basted 15 times over 3 hours. Damn, son. Sounds pretty good.
Did you drop the links?
Not yet. I was about to. Honey cures all. Honey is great. And,
honey
she'll
baked
smother
hams.
your chicken, she says. Oh, damn.
Well, here they have the honey baked ham company, and those are delicious. Like you get.
Oh yeah.
My mom's gonna be cooking the turkeys, and they're always delicious. Like she does a fantastic job, makes stuffing, all that fun stuff. And I'm not big on everything else. I mainly just want the turkey and the stuffing. Like that's mainly all I want.
I want mashed potatoes.
See, I'm not the mashed potatoes.
I fucking love mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
And see, that's the thing. I don't want both. Like, I'm good with just one or the other. I prefer the stuffing. But, mashed potatoes, I don't know. I've been off of potatoes for so long and not had them so often that I'm
I don't ever eat them, but, I enjoy them every now and then. When I can,
Right. But I just prefer stuffing for my carbohydrate of choice on Thanksgiving. But that's mainly all I really prefer to eat. Like, we could just have turkey and stuffing on Thanksgiving. I'd be happy. You don't have to make... Like, she makes a lot of food, but now we have apparently everyone coming over that we didn't know, so...
Well, I mean, that's what usually happens, right?
Well, she was like, should I make more? And I'm like, no. Make what you make, that way it all gets eaten, and there's really not as many leftovers, rather than making too much, and there's too many leftovers. So...
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's part of the whole thing with fucking Thanksgiving, though, right? Having the leftovers and eating them forever.
Yeah, but everybody eats all the good leftovers. Everybody eats all the turkey.
I know they eat up all the damn mashed potatoes and the macaroni and cheese. There's not left, and then it's just dry turkey.
Turkey ain't dry. It's delicious. But that's how that's the best time to make the sandwiches, though. Then you make the sandwiches and you use rye bread. You use some nice cheese, the lettuce. Some Dijon. Oh, so good.
Oh, I've still got some Lusty Monk mustard.
There you go. See?
Yeah. Oh, it's that beautiful, like, whole kernel mustard, like mustard kernel, spicy brown mustard.
You should. I don't know if they still make Devil's Brew, but you should try Devil's Brew. I think you'll like it.
Devil's Brew. Huh?
Yeah, okay. Devil's Brew mustard. It's pretty good.
I
don't know if they still make it because this was like 20 years ago that I bought it. So
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I've
yeah,
never heard of it, so I'll have to see if I can actually find it.
yeah. W- It's like me and like my dad and maybe one of my brothers like spicy food, so we pretty much just stopped buying it because it really would not get used all that often. But
Oh, well, that
it's
sucks.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's like a brown mustard with like a lot of heat to it, and so there's flavor. It's delicious. And it's got a little devil as a mascot. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong, yeah.
Can't go wrong.
It
Who?
reminds me of the gas station, the hot spot. Whenever I go visit Feline, there's always this gas station. It's called the hot spot, and they've got a little devil mascot. And like
Nice.
the gas station literally looks like it's on fire. And I'm
Oh,
just
that's
like,
cool.
you're tempting fate here. Like the cover where you drive under and it's the roof
Yeah,
literally has flames all around the outside of it. I'm just like, you're tempting fate here.
that's
Holy
pretty
shit.
wild.
Yeah. I mean,
I like
usually a
it.
good price on gas, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're
It's
risking
really
your
fun
life to
shop
pump
there.
it. You're risking your life to pump it.
Exactly.
They're gonna have a good deal. Yeah,
Testing fate.
yeah, that's good. I like
Matt
it.
says, I want bacon, deviled eggs, green bean casserole, tamales, ham, mashed potatoes, and pie. Tamales.
Yeah, dude, I went to my friend. This was a long time ago, like once again, like 20 years ago or whatever. But my friends are Italian, and they would have the turkey, but then they'd have like lasagna and like,
Uh-huh.
dude, so good, so good. Like you don't even eat the turkey because you're filled up on the lasagna. You're like, I don't,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fucking A, man.
But yeah, I don't know about that. But
Roast
yeah,
duck.
deviled eggs. They're making deviled eggs, which I prefer just eating hard boiled egg. I'd rather just eat hard boiled egg.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on the stuffing that you make for a deviled egg. If the stuffing for a deviled egg is good enough, then yeah.
I'm not saying
enjoy
it's
it.
not. I'm not saying it's not enjoyable. I just would prefer just the hard boiled.
Well, I mean,
like
it's easier to just eat a hard boiled egg.
it's better for you too.
Ray says roast duck smothered in Miss Ball's chutney, roasted till crispy with orange wedges, garlic, and thyme as stuffing. Yum! Damn, that sounds pretty damn good. I don't know if I've ever actually had duck.
Do you think Thanksgiving means what it
Native
used to
American.
mean? Like, do you think it represents what it used to? Like, slaughtering Native Americans, or do you think it's more about, hey, you're just spending time with family and being thankful for the things that you have?
That second one.
That second one. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's always been about. I mean, yes, the shitty happenings of the past happen, but be thankful
But
for
like, that's
idea-
there, but
Yeah.
it's like, it's not anymore, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not
Uh-huh.
Native American, I'm not an Indian, so, but I know a couple people, one of them doesn't care. She does not care.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to her. I have another one who's like, yeah, somebody said it to her, and she's like, yeah, I'm Native American, and she was like pretty upset. So, and I'm not mad at her about that, but I'm just saying, to me, it doesn't represent that day anymore. Like, that's kind of
Right.
like almost been gotten null and void over like the pretty much like the past several decades. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah,
but once
no,
again,
I mean,
I'm a white dude, so
growing up, I mean, that's what it was always about, being thankful for what
Yeah.
we have and enjoying time with family.
and just eating a bunch of food.
Well, I mean, enjoying the food
No,
and also, as I got older, it was more about,
eating.
being thankful for the harvest. That was what it was
I
supposed
actually
to
think
be. But,
I thought it was just about eating food.
well, yeah,
It's
you're
my second
thankful that you
favorite
have
holiday.
all the food. Yeah.
No. It's all about it. It's my second favorite holiday. You're allowed to eat as much as you want. No one cares. You do whatever you want that day. You eat and be a glutton, and everyone cheers you on for it. And then Halloween.
I don't know about that, but
It's true.
okay.
Checks out.
However you want to work it, it's no.
When I was on dialysis, like, Jason, eat all the potatoes, drink all the milk, eat all the cheese.
Uh-huh.
You can get all that potassium in you today only. That's what they said.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You're not supposed to eat that stuff if you're on dialysis, just so you know.
I did not know that. Thank you.
You're not
for
allowed to have a lot of
clarifying.
potassium and calcium. You're not allowed to have. So, yeah. Which is why I really like stuffing, because there's not as much potassium in it as there is in mashed potatoes. So,
I have no idea what this means,
what?
but I refuse to eat cuke. Once one befriended me in my apartment complex. I don't understand.
Refuse to eat cute.
All food is welcome. Thank you for life. Exactly.
Food. It's about food.
Exactly.
So the day's about eating.
Spiced mead marinade for chicken. That sounds pretty damn good. It's about airing out your differences with relatives. Yes. It's absolutely about
And
fighting
eating
around
them.
the dinner table with
Eating your relatives.
Also that.
Mm-hmm. That's why there's sharp knives everywhere.
Oh, duck. Refused to eat duck once one befriended me at my apartment. Oh, okay. I got
Sometimes you can work around the spelling errors. Like I make them all the time, and I'm like, really, you know what I'm saying?
Idea.
That one was a mystery. But yeah, I make the spelling errors all the time, and I'm like, really, you guys know what that says? Come on. So yeah.
Ray says, I prefer to drink as much as everyone else is eating on my holidays. Probably explains why I only have one kidney left. Damn.
You only need one.
You know, maybe put a little food in there as well. You know. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like a party.
All right, so I have dropped the link to the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not going to go super late tonight.
Not super late.
No.
So jump in here while you can, Double Flyer.
That's right.
You post it all at the same time, don't you?
Yeah.
Look at you being fair to everybody.
I try.
I don't. I'm biased.
I know. I understand.
Bias. I'm trying to find something. I want to get a new one.
Let's see. So, no.
A new one it is.
Let's see. And...
Get this camera right.
I'm too busy cooking and no longer hungry afterwards. Yeah, I mean that does happen. That does happen sometimes.
All right.
Got to make sure it's good along the way. You know, you got to make sure you're doing it correctly. I don't know. The only thing I'm gonna be cooking is probably steak. Shocking
turkey?
no one, I'm sure.
No turkey?
Probably not.
Why not?
My grandmother doesn't really believe in turkey.
How do you...
She,
But they're real birds. How do you not believe in them?
I know. She doesn't really, but she doesn't really believe in them for holiday celebrations.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought she just didn't believe they existed.
Yeah, no, no, she just doesn't really eat turkey. Not really. I can think of like maybe a few times. I can count the number of times that we've eaten turkey.
Does she like chicken?
Usually likes to do like fish or seafood or something like that.
Okay, so it's just a preference more than anything else.
Basically, yeah. So I don't know. I never get told what we're doing before before it actually happens. So I just I made sure that I had at least a steak to cook. Steak and mushrooms. It's all I really need. Maybe if I'm
hey man, I'd be eating chicken and broccoli.
I'd
be eating chicken and broccoli every day if I had it my way.
Mm-hmm. You can't go wrong with that either. I don't know, but yeah, steak and mushrooms. It's all I need to be happy.
Yeah, so we know you like it, but there's nothing wrong. I'm not a mushroom guy myself, but we know you like your steak and mushrooms.
I do indeed. What's up, Rex?
Told you.
Welcome to.
What's going on, Rex? You there?
Hey, we got a Matt Kevlar in the chat. What's going on, Matt? Good to see us.
Kevlar.
Good crowd here tonight.
All right.
Good crowd.
Yeah,
That's
chat
always
is
good,
jumping.
That is
we
always
always got an awesome chat.
I don't know if I'm going to get a turkey or not. I got pizza last year, but I like pizza.
Hey,
I've
always said
so
the only places that should be open on Thanksgiving Day are grocery stores and restaurants. Like stores being open for people to shop is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it really
take
is.
Take a break.
I'm thankful that Target is open. Really? I don't know.
Why?
I guess that works.
Why?
Yeah, why? Exactly. You know, it
There's
should
poor
be
people that have to work it.
Right?
Forced labor
Let
in
al-
America.
Let alone they have to work Black Friday also, even though Black Friday is now all
Right.
month long.
It really does seem that way, doesn't it?
No, that's what they say in commercials. They say it in commercials, like Black Friday all month. It's like, what? That doesn't check out.
I've dismissed more notifications from Amazon about Black Friday sales than actual like notifications from anything else. Like Amazon is like, hey, we got a deal for you. We've got a deal for you. We've got a deal for you. We've got a deal for you. It's like, Jesus, really? Like, can you just not? Can you take one day and not send me a notification saying that you want to sell me something? That'd be great.
Ranks right up there
Yeah,
with the robocall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty relentless. Ray says, Rex, put turkey on your pizza then, or pineapple. Choice is yours.
Yeah. As long as it's not anchovies, I'll usually eat it.
Yeah, I don't do anchovies either. Yeah, I went out to do Black Friday shopping once, like 1 year, and never again. Fucking never again after that. It was I guess it was when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out on the PlayStation, and I wanted to get it, as soon as it came out that day. And yeah, technology, video games. That was the last time I ever went Black Friday shopping and actually left the house.
We did it the 1 year when I was married, and it was stupid because like the only things that were really on sale were like the highly expensive stuff, and like we were like, yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Support an artist. Stay at home. That's what I say.
Oh yeah. You want to spend money on Black Friday, then go buy something from an artist that you know, somebody that could actually use the use the funds.
Absolutely. Then they could go buy a turkey if they want to.
Excessive core political capitalism. It's just excessive materialism, man. I wouldn't blame this on capitalism. I'd blame this on materialism. Like they push that materialism. Everybody,
programming.
Yeah. Well, you need this. You need that. You need this. You need that. You gotta have more and more stuff. You gotta buy more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Again, I say go support an artist. Go buy a comic book from somebody that's looking to sell one. Hell, go to your LCS and buy stuff for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Board and bag all day. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, I'm
just get some boards and
gonna
bags.
be drawing, I'm sure.
Be productive.
Yeah, there is also that.
I know. I don't know. I think he plans on streaming, but JBot has the art department on JBot Art. Go check it out. I think he's doing it this Thursday. You could go watch that. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern. Check that out after your turkey day.
Yeah. Let's see. Morb says I'm usually too hungover for Black Friday. Fuck it. Yeah, That's it's also viable. Don't know how hungover I'll be, but I will probably just be taking it easy at home. Tokame says, my ex and her family took us up to Chicago 1 year for Black Friday shopping as a family thing. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? After that, I was done. Never again. What's up, Morb? Welcome.
What's up, gentlemen? And chat.
Let's see.
Hey, more.
Hey, guys.
Ray says,
maybe
Mrs.
it's
and I drive out to the mall
conditioning.
last year on Black Friday. After 15 minutes trying to find a parking, we gave up and went to the pub and said, there you go. It's a better way to spend Black Friday. And thank you, Feline. I appreciate
I
you.
mean, people have
dropping the
been
link.
killed with Black
Go ahead.
Friday, literally run over by mobs. It's
Yep.
unbelievable to save
Yeah.
$100 here or maybe $300 there. It's
Go
insane.
to the store and fight
There
over
we go.
something, like a flat screen TV or something.
People camp
Oh
out.
yeah, definitely
cold.
worth punching somebody out for.
No, I didn't have Thanksgiving. I'm going to camp outside of Best Buy in the cold for however many hours to get. No, my time is worth more than that.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Same.
people camp out for that stuff, don't they?
They do. And I'm on the
And
West
just to-
Coast, and people say, well, it doesn't get cold. They can get into the 30s here at night. 40s, 30s. That's cold. It ain't. I'm from Minnesota. It ain't that cold, but it's
Mhm.
cold as cold.
It's cold enough. Yeah, I mean, it
This is
doesn't-
you guys
doesn't
were
get
talking
cold
about the
here.
crow earlier, and
Yeah.
I want to bring up a point about the crow. You could look
Yes.
at that movie. So I'm looking at through the current lens right now, and you could say that movie has all the tick boxes for a woke movie if you really look at it. Like the main hero, he's Asian. Of course, I had somebody online arguing with me that Brandon Lee wasn't. He was a white guy, and that I told them, well, Bruce Lee was his father. They had no idea who Bruce Lee was.
Oh, jeez.
I said he was a Chinese, whatever. Can't argue with you anymore.
This is why it's never fruitful to argue with people on the internet, because chances are they probably don't understand enough to fucking make an actual argument.
You had an Asian American hero, and by the way, Brandon Lee, and I know some people who worked with him. He would do a lot of fight choreography, as a lot of home videos, and it was very close to what we're seeing nowadays in like the Jason Bourne and stuff like this. A lot of close combat stuff. He was trying to get away from his dad's whole thing and do a lot of locks and real close hand-to-hand stuff that they were in, throws and things like that. It was really like MMA before there was any type of MMA, because that was something his father
I have
actually
heard
believed
that.
in. Yeah, and so him and his buddies would choreograph fight. But anyways, that be gone. So he's an Asian American guy, and then the other hero is a black cop, Ernie Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other hero is a little girl, and then the bad guy is a white guy. And then his gang is a mishmash of, you got some black guys, some white guys, whatever. You have that Asian chick who is just kind of there to be hot.
I mean, that's his oracle.
His sister or whatever. Yeah. But here's the thing. You could look at that and say, well, it ticks all the boxes. So why isn't it woke? Well, because the
people that wrote it actually give a shit about story.
Exactly. They never stressed any of that stuff. It was just
because they just told the story, and they told it
we
well.
We just watched it, and it was great. But when you look at it through and they would probably, these people nowadays, if they want to remake it, would probably say, well, it didn't have enough. It's like, what are you talking about? It had an Asian American, a black, the white guy is a bad guy. What the fuck do you want? Like, it has everything that I guess it doesn't have enough, whatever LGBT representation.
I am of the opinion that you could take some people and you could dip them ass first into a vat of happiness, and they would still find some way to fucking complain. Some people just like to complain, man.
Yeah.
Well, there was LGBT representation, because the sister was bi, because him and her brother banged that chick in the bed, and they're like, I think we broke her.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, this stuff has been done, and I think it's the greatest comic book, one of the greatest comic book movies ever made, in my opinion. And I knew nothing about The Crow going in when I saw it, but I was a Brandon Lee fan. I watched Rising Force or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Rapid Fire was the movie.
Rapid Fire, I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, with Powers Booth. And I really wanted to see what this kid was going to do. I really wanted to follow his career. We didn't have the internet back then, so I didn't have a lot of press. That's how I know about his home videos and stuff. I tried to grab everything I could about Brandon Lee and who he was and what he did and all that stuff. And I was ready for him to be the next big action star from
Everybody
now
was,
until
dude.
whenever.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pumped because I was a huge Bruce Lee fan and studied karate and all that stuff. And I had a Bruce Lee poster and did my nunchucks and all that shit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And when I heard he died, you know, I still saw the film. It's amazing the way they did it and they pulled it off. And I think it's an amazing film. I love the Gothic. I don't know. Again, I have no reference to the comic. I've never read the comic, but and if they want to put all this diversity and whatever, to me, the Crow is a revenant. So he's somebody who was done wrong. So they could do that with any type of character they could.
And that's what they did with the comics.
Yeah.
That's literally what they did.
And they could do with movies and shows, but they just don't get it right. And because
they don't actually care about telling a good story with it. They've got this great premise, this great setup, and then they fucking piss it away, you know, telling a half-assed story that doesn't go anywhere or do anything. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
And Matt, Showdown in Little Tokyo was fucking great.
You know
what?
The Crow 2, I fell asleep. I went to see it opening day, and I fell asleep during it. It didn't have that gravitas. It just didn't have that.
No, I didn't. I guess I didn't even realize that City of Angels got a fucking theatrical release. I thought it was just straight to video.
Yeah, I went to it, and it was actually a Hispanic guy who was the lead character.
Yeah.
And nobody had a problem with that. It just, the movie itself was just boring as fuck. That's what I have always heard. And then I was the one
that put always heard.
That Furlong. He was in The Crow 3. I think.
Yeah, he was in the third one.
I can't believe that was an actual thing. That's
a thing.
Look
it up.
It cracks me up.
Open a tab. Look it up.
Jesus. Who the fuck looks at Eddie Furlong and says, "Yep, let's cast him as the Crow"?
I don't even know what else he was in.
Same guy that
Terminator 2. He was the kid.
He was in Pet Sematary 2, which actually isn't bad. Pet Sematary 2 is not a bad sequel, even though I think it was.
Don't know that I ever saw that. The remake of Pet Sematary was not
terrible.
Good.
That's terrible, and that has.
It was not good.
Yeah, good God.
Even though they tried to make it more like the book, they did not.
No, actually, the original Pet Sematary, because I read the book, and it's actually beat for beat. It was one of the first Stephen King movies that was beat for beat on par with the book. I mean, literally, you could do a book report with the first Pet Sematary. I don't see where it really strayed from it, but the remake was just, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, and you had John Lithgow, and John Lithgow playing that character
should have been really fucking good.
Yeah, was dog shit compared
Lithgow's
to Fred
amazing,
Gwynn.
though. You know, yeah.
Yeah, John Lithgow is amazing, but Fred Gwynn at playing that character in the first one was perfect. And they took John Lithgow on a different. And I'm not blaming John Lithgow. I think it's the director.
I'm blaming him.
And it was just, what the fuck? And then, anyways, don't watch it. Watch the original.
Yeah, just watch the original. The remake is not the good.
And Pet Sematary 2 is not that bad. It's actually not bad at all. It's actually.
I've never seen it.
If you get an opportunity, check it out.
Okay. Yeah, no, have never seen it.
You know that guy? So you know that guy who always plays an asshole and everything? I mean, he was in the old Bad Boys movie with Sean Penn, and he was in Shawshank Redemption, and he played the prison guard. You know that guy?
You bury your own.
You ever see Shawshank Redemption? The guy that plays the prison guard?
I mean, there
Yeah,
are
he's in two,
several
yeah.
prison guards.
Yeah, he's in Pet Cemetery too, and he plays an ass. He's great at playing an asshole. He just like that. That was his gift. He was in Bad Boys 2 years ago with Sean Penn when they were kids, and he was an asshole then. They called him the Viking. And
I never saw Bad Boys 2.
No, the original Bad Boys, not the Will Smith stuff. There was a prison movie. It was a prison movie with Sean Penn back in the 70s, even before I think Fast Times.
Wow. Nope. Never heard of that.
So, anyways, the antagonist this guy plays, and he's always he was in Starship Troopers. He was the drill sergeant in Starship Troopers.
No, Clancy Brown.
Are you thinking
He's
Guys,
Kurgan.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
the
in Pet
Kurgan.
Cemetery too.
He's also Mr. Krabs.
He's also Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, and again.
Pet Cemetery 2, there's a wicked motorcycle crash and death scene. Okay. Nice. I'll have to... All right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it, so I'll have to see if I can find it.
It's not
and
bad.
Watch it.
It's not bad. Well,
It's cool. I like the original. I like the book better, but you know.
Who reads books these days?
I do. I love books. Give me books.
Oh, and I put in a chat, so I didn't mean to say cuck or whatever. It was a duck. I lived in an apartment complex. This is a trip.
Never can tell with this chat,
I
so
know,
it's okay.
So I lived in an apartment complex in the 90s, in 2000s, and they had a little duck like cleaner or whatever in the pool when it was closed. And an actual duck would go in there and hang out. And I would get up at some ungodly hour, like 5:30 in the morning, and I see this duck in there. So I'd feed it parts of my lunch. It would come up to me, and I'd feed it parts of my lunch. And then I'd go off to work.
Good to see you, Preston.
No.
And the duck eventually flew up to my apartment when I was coming home sometime and came in.
Duck's like, I know where I'm gonna get fed.
And he'd come in, and I put on. He liked. I listened to chamber music a lot, or at least back then, and so I put on like Bach or something, and he would just sit there, and he would listen to Bach, and he would hang out, and he kind of made a mess here and there.
Right.
I called him Johann. That was the name, and he would
Johann.
come up to my apartment when I come home from work and hang out with me, and then he'd leave. And
That's
so
funny.
From that point on, I could never eat duck. I mean, he had a personality. He wasn't a pet, but he was a friend.
Right. That's cool. Tokamir says, what the hell is this book shit? Yeah. How dare you say books? What's up, Art of Roy? Hail, brother. Good to see you. Welcome. Hey, we got a Michael Odin in the chat. Hail, chat. I'm just popping in real quick to say, fuck Ridley Scott. Napoleon is trash. That does not surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Yep. It's okay.
There's no aliens.
I was
in
wondering.
Napoleon?
It's no aliens.
Actually,
There's no aliens in Napoleon. So
do you think Ridley Scott has lost it? Because it's been
A
a
little bit.
while since I've seen something like really outstanding from him. What was the last Kingdom of Heaven director's cut, baby?
I mean, he did Prometheus, and
that was terrible.
Sequel.
I like Prometheus. I thought it was pretty
I
cool.
liked Prometheus. I didn't like the sequel to it.
I thought it was
No,
all right.
I came out of Prometheus feeling ripped off.
I thought it was.
I mean, listen, when you have a storied franchise like that, and they've taken forever to, kind of slowly unfold the origin of it. I mean, it's always going to be like that. There's no way.
A lot of people were pissed
Magneto
off.
was in that
So
movie.
I went there with a woman who had a hysterectomy, and she goes, "No fucking way that girl is pulling ropes and shit right after having something taken out of her stomach."
A lot of people were
Yeah.
pissed off because they gave the history of the origins of aliens.
Yeah.
They didn't want that.
And
I
why
did.
do
I
you
thought it
want
was
that?
awesome.
That's kind of like Wolverine. You don't want to know Wolverine's origin, not
Yeah,
really.
I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
screw origins. Just there you go.
I mean, some things it's better to have like a little bit of air of
A
mystery to them. You know what I mean?
right?
You
I don't
know,
like too much mystery.
especially Wolverine.
I want to know what's going on.
But like the characters were dumb. It's like we're on an alien planet. Oh, take off your helmet. Oh, we got this
that's-
log-looking thing looking at me. Oh, let's try to befriend it, and it goes down your mouth. You're an idiot. Like,
Yeah, there was some dumb choices, but I mean, it wouldn't be a horror slash sci-fi movie if they didn't make
I
dumb
wanted
choices.
to like
I
it.
guess.
I saw it on opening day. I wanted to like it, and I came out going, God. Ugh.
What the hell happened here?
Yeah, but that's cool if you like it. That's cool. I mean, I like a lot of shit movies that people hate. I didn't hate the Matrix trilogy as much as everybody else. I mean, the follow-up Matrix movies, I can see why people hate them. I don't hate them. I don't hate.
The first
Spider-Man 3
Matrix
that
movie is
much.
great. The second one, not so much. The third one was just absolute tripe.
Yeah, I can still watch it though, but I understand why people hate it.
Not me.
Like Spider-Man 3, a lot of people hated that. It's like, well, this is what you wanted. Like,
I will never forgive
No,
them for casting Topher Grace as Venom,
Eddie Brock.
as Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Eddie
what?
Brock, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Like,
a bad
who the
move.
fuck?
Yep.
Like, who? What?
Yeah,
On what
but
alien planet does he look like Eddie Brock?
the whole thing behind that,
He
is-
might have
'cause I was
made a
online,
better
I was in a
Carnage.
lot of things, and everybody wanted Venom. Like Spider-Man 2 came out, and it was one of the best comic book movies ever made. I think it is in the top 5. Spider-Man 2.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and everybody wanted Venom, and I was telling people online in message boards, and back then before we had real social media, like, you don't want Venom unless you can do Secret Wars, right?
Yeah, nobody's gonna
Right.
nobody's gonna
But-
listen to that.
Then Sony listened to all those people and said, well, you got to put Venom
Well,
in. Raimi didn't want to put Venom.
Raimi didn't want to, and Avi Arad. You can thank Avi Arad for that because he
Okay, I
pushed
wasn't aware.
Raimi into putting Venom in the movie. Like, they should have just had it be Sandman, and dealt with the repercussions of the
Right,
Goblin.
Sandman, and maybe another classic if you've got.
Yeah, I love
classic
Sandman. He was
villain.
I
bad
think
motherfucker.
Raimi wanted the Vulture, and Sony told them, we don't want a flying character. I remember hearing about that. And
Yeah, because they already had
here's
the
my
Goblin.
thing. You've already established Kirk Connors as his one-armed teacher. Why not bring the Lizard in?
They should have probably built.
They
the
should have-
Lizard.
Should have done.
They should have did the Vulture 2099 and just that was it. No other character, just the Vulture 2099.
I would have brought the Lizard in.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I
because
think
you
that's what
already got the
Raimi's plan
backstory.
was for number 4. I think the plan for number
You already
4
got the
was
backstory built up.
to bring in Kirk Connors, and then they went ahead and moved on with a different Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They just introduced
comics
Venom
this
too
weekend,
quickly.
folks, so I know we're on topic list.
You jump from the 60s characters to the 80s, with that one character. Just way too quick. Why not explore some of the great classic characters?
Because the internet was a buzz. They literally
Because
every
everybody
message
loves
board,
Venom.
They all
Right.
wanted Venom.
I get
and-
that, but were they right? I don't think so.
No, they were
It
absolutely
could have been
wrong.
done better. That's for damn sure.
And when the director says, "Yeah, I really don't want to do this,"
I mean, I would love a knockdown drag out with Scorpion.
Well, look, the problem
Where
is
you go
that
with those comics.
like art shouldn't be dictated by the fans.
Thank you.
Like art is like guides people. It's not supposed to be guided. So when they decide to go ahead and just please the fans, that's when they fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
think that's
fine,
how
there's
Ray-
a
I
there's a
think
balance to be walked. Doing a certain amount of fan service to keep the fans interested and show them that they are getting something that they want, but also giving them something they didn't know that they wanted.
Well, if they would have stayed true to the source material, they would have pleased the fans.
Right.
All
That's
all
what I
the
mean.
way around.
They should have
And
let
again, I
they
was
should have let
telling
Raimi
people-
keep working with characters that he was familiar with and that he knew about. And he, had a plan for telling the story.
He had a plan, absolutely.
Yeah.
And when
And
Sony
Avi Arad
wasn't
kinda fucked it up.
involved, his first 2 films absolutely exploded and were brilliant. And then when Sony got involved in 3 and then eventually 4, they were heavily involved in 4, where they just basically fired the whole lot of them and said, fuck it, we're going to reboot this. We can't work with you.
Well, Raimi couldn't get his schedule around in time, and he couldn't find a version of the script that he liked well enough. So it's just like, I'm just gonna have to pass. So they rebooted it. And a hot take here, but I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man better than I like Tobey's Spider-Man. But I like Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker better than I like Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. Garfield's Peter Parker is too much of a hipster for me. But his Spider-Man is quippy and obnoxious, and he's lanky. Tobey's Spider-Man is kind of stocky and not
Nerdy.
nearly as funny.
Yeah, I think that's
Like he's not he doesn't quip enough for me. He's not annoying. He's just kind of there.
And he's
But
kind
as
of
Peter
a
Parker
whiner
is
about
nerdy as
things,
all
right?
hell.
Yeah, I mean, as Peter Parker, as soon as I saw him, you chasing that bus, I'm like, this is the guy, man. He got it right.
But yeah, I didn't mind Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
And Andrew Garfield's a fine actor, and I just, I don't know, something was missing there, but
I did not like what they did with the Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2, nor did I like what they did with Electro.
I didn't like the look of the lizard in the first one. I thought it was abysmal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I can't stand any movie by DC or Marvel.
Same.
That checks out.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, I don't really even care anymore.
Nah, I don't either.
No, you have people working on it who just don't give a shit. It's a cash grab. And
Well,
Unfortunately, yes, it does seem to be. These are IPs that people have been paying attention to for the last fucking decade plus, and they these are guaranteed to make money. Well, not anymore.
No,
Just because you slap the Star
off.
Wars logo on it or the Marvel logo on it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to sell anymore. And I am perfectly
Would be
okay with
better
that.
off, like what you said, stick
Yeah.
with the original source material. Be true to that. There was some pretty good stuff there.
But they can't. And the problem is that, yes, it's okay to go ahead and pull from your own imagination if you're doing something like The Shining or something like that. But when you're doing something that has decades of followers and you go ahead and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I've always wanted to do with this movie.
I'm going to completely fundamentally change the whole thing.
Exactly.
And, call it my own.
It's like that Ghostbusters movie where they had the chicks, in the roles of, the Ghostbusters.
yeah.
Like everybody around me liked the movie, but I was like, I couldn't stand it because they broke all the rules of the Ghostbusters universe.
What about the
You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic
Like-
Four where
I never saw it.
Johnny is
Johnny Storm is black.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like race swapping. I don't like. What's the current thing? They're going to make the
Silver
Century-
Surfer a female.
Century Chinese.
They're gonna make
and
the
I'm like,
Silver Surfer.
Wait, really?
yeah, like they're going to use the dude from The Walking Dead for
Yeah, Glenn.
the Century.
Jeez, man.
And
What's
I'm
up,
like, that's- Yeah, he could totally be a buff,
Hey.
like blonde-headed dude.
But they're making the Silver Surfer a woman. That's another.
Nah, that's that's what I'm saying. I can't.
And they
I can't
could.
watch
If
any
you
more of
want
these
to hail the
movies. I
Galactus,
can't
just
do
bring in Nova, right? I mean, Frankie Ray.
exactly.
Bring her
Yeah.
in. Nope. She won't.
She's not as
and-
popular as the Silver Surfer.
Exactly. So there's going to
No.
make it a woman.
Yeah.
Because
A lot of
of
people don't
reasons.
So why
even know
not
who
tell the
Frank
story of
Ray is.
Silver Surfer first, and then bring
And
her
then,
in
then
afterwards?
they say in some alternate universe, Silver Surfer was a woman. In some alternate Marvel universe, in the
Blah
comic,
blah blah. I'm so fucking
dystopian,
goddamn sick
blah-
of like alternate
yeah.
universes and
It is-
multiverses.
Yeah,
and
that
all
alternate
fucking
universe
horseshit.
bullshit is just an
But not in the
excuse.
It's a fucking
616.
crutch, man.
Yeah.
It's a crutch. People want to read. They want to watch movies about the stories that they've read for fucking decades. You know, they don't want, you know, they don't want made up, you know, updated for modern audiences, fucking moronic shit.
Yeah, they don't want
Like-
somebody fresh out of college saying, "Well, I'm going to fix this." I'm
And
gonna,
it's
Yeah,
not like they didn't have
unfortunately,
good
none of you
original
people that
material.
are updating for audiences know how you don't know anything about these characters, so you can't update them adequately for modern audiences. All you can do is fucking impress your own bullshit upon them and change them fundamentally, because you don't actually know these characters, and you never
make it
will.
for yourself.
John Byrne doing Frankie Ray. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
good stuff. Good
there's
solid stuff.
You'll never get any kind
think-
of recognition for that.
I think
right?
they should cast John Byrne as Frankie Ray.
Yeah.
Just do that. I think that'd be
I
amazing.
would rather see that, actually.
I would absolutely.
You
pay
can
to
still
see that.
introduce the Silver Surfer, but because
Just to watch,
him and
I'd go
Frankie
see,
Ray
just
know
see
each
John
other.
Byrne.
You know,
Just make it John
and
Byrne.
Frankie Ray, I think, had a relationship with Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four.
Yes, he
Yes.
did. Yeah.
So I mean, you can introduce other things. She might fit in even better if you.
No. Got to do this now. Got to do everything out of order. I mean, they took Marvel from us. We're not allowed to have like the actual Captain Marvel.
I was a huge fan of
Or Captain
I thought it was
America
awesome.
anymore.
Awesome.
He's kind of been supplanted by her.
Yeah.
And when they
what Captain Carter?
Yeah, I mean, when they started out, they actually acknowledged God, you know, with his speech and stuff and his out of time sort of values, you know.
One of my favorite characters
That
was
are
Iceman
recognized
until they
from-
fucked him up in the comics.
You,
Yeah,
You
they
can
totally
thank Bendis
fucked
for
him up.
that stupid shit.
can you
Like,
turn the ink up, Luke? He's a little quiet.
So Tokame
Oh.
in the chat says the Ghostbuster movie where they didn't include Dan Aykroyd, the literal writer and creator of the entire IP. That's absolutely right. Dan Aykroyd actually there's this great thing on Netflix called The
All right,
Films
it turned
That
you up,
Made
Ink.
Us.
I
Yeah,
was on the wrong mic here.
oh,
And,
okay.
There we go.
Dan Aykroyd's his family business really is ghost busting. I mean, he goes back to the 1800s where his family was like occult investigators, kind of like the Warrens.
Mm-hmm.
They were so
Huh.
he really is very much involved. And when he wrote the script, it was very
Did not know that.
straightforward. And when they brought in Egon, what's the actor's name? He died.
Phil Ramis.
Ramis.
Yeah, Harold Ramis.
He made it more comedic, and Dan Aykroyd signed off on it. But it was basically that's Dan Aykroyd's heritage is basically occult, and he grew up in all that, ghosts and demons and all that. He knows all about that shit, like the Warrens.
Did
He's
not know
actually
that.
a fucking
Okay.
expert on it. And when he wrote the Ghostbusters, it was based on that. And then, they kind of funnied it up, and then they let Bill Murray just go off. They didn't really have much scripted for Murray.
That's how you should use Murray. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah,
Right.
just let him go. But in the Ghostbusters 2016 movie, they just let everybody go. They didn't have any straight for comedy. You need a straight man, and you need, the person
It was a
who
balance, man. You know?
exactly. And they didn't
Yep.
have that. If you look at Ghostbusters, they had the straight men, and then they brought in like Ernie Hudson. It's kind of like the audience who's looking at this shit, going, "Hey, whatever you pay me for,
Mhm.
I'll do."
I think that
Yeah.
it was a political statement. That's all it was. And Chris Helmsworth there.
I mean, if you look at
Eye
like
candy or some shit
R2D2
like
and
that.
C3PO of
They were trying to
Star
reverse the
Wars,
roles for everything.
Yeah,
you know,
it was stupid.
And
Reverse
yes,
role.
Silver, we have had this conversation every day for the last 20 years, maybe almost
20.
decade. What's up, Commie Mark? Good to see you, man. And welcome, friend Plagle.
Hey,
Hello.
Mark.
Hello.
Welcome, friends. Good to see you.
I'm inking pages
Hell yeah.
crudely.
Yeah.
I am inking pages digitally.
I've been looking at too much of Preston's stuff, and I'm trying to get some of his energy, and I feel I'm just making my shit look muddy.
Well, you're not going to get it with ink. I don't ink.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta
Why you
dash
gotta
my
not ink?
hopes?
That's my
Doing
hopes
stuff,
before I even
bruh.
get started.
They put
Doing
Nova in a
veins
movie
over
that should
here?
become famous by association with having similar cosmic powers that has to be yelled every time. Yeah. Galactus being Galactus. Yeah. I mean, it's just Silver Surfer is the most powerful being in the Marvel universe.
Is he though?
I
So-
would
Yeah, I thought
enjoy
Captain
a
Marvel was the most
slide.
powerful being.
Yeah.
I would enjoy
That's
a
what they want
Marvel
you to believe.
slideshow over some of this crap. You know, if they just did
about-
some of the iconic visions of like Silver Surfer coming out of the hand of Galactus.
What
or-
about Superman or Serpico?
No, I think so. I think Silver. I've had this
Serpico.
debate for a year,
Yeah.
for a while, and I think Silver Surfer could take Superman because Superman is bound by the yellow sun, and
That's
there's
true.
no boundaries to Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he could fly through the sun.
He is the power of the cosmos.
Superman.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I'm of the opinion that Thor could take Superman because he's magic, and
Magic.
that's one of Superman's weaknesses. Or did they get rid
Magic.
of that?
There's
Magic,
that. What is Superman versus Alien? They had him way out in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere where there was
so
no
there's
yellow
no
sun,
No yellow sun. That was a
and
joke.
he was
Yeah,
just
put
he
him
was
under
still
a
pretty
red sun
strong,
and he's
but
beatable.
he had a hard time, taking out the alien. I think they like blinded him and shit. It was that was like the acid from the alien blinded him and stuff. So
Damn.
that was
That's
a
a
pretty
good-
good book to see Superman not so like undefeatable.
So
They
it's
get
kind
after
of
them guys.
Samson at that point where he's blinded.
Yeah,
One of the things that irritates me about Marvel is that it seems like they're hell bent on destroying everything Kirby invented, like created.
Well, yeah,
Like they made
don't want-
Thor an addict, and and he could be beat by anybody who picks up his hammer.
Captain America was a Nazi
Yeah,
the
see,
Oh,
whole
that's
time.
the thing. No, that's not supposed to be the way it is. Like, not everybody can just pick up the hammer and fucking, use it.
And then Eternals, they made Kirby Superman Icarus the bad guy, like the villain. Yeah, which is crazy.
Color
Yeah,
me
they-
shocked.
They want to tear
This
down
is
your
this is
hero.
my shocked face.
And this is why comics aren't selling mainstream, at least.
Like I think that irritated
Well, I mean,
me the
this-
most is Eternals. Like when they pulled.
I didn't even
irritated
bother
me.
with Eternals.
I
I
never
didn't
saw it.
watch it either.
I haven't even
So-
seen it. No.
I mean, I enjoyed the Neil Gaiman comic, because it was neat to see Romita Jr. do something different than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But
I
the
like
characters
Romita Jr.'s
themselves
work.
were. It was overall it was kind of boring. Like there wasn't a whole lot to it, and trying to make a movie out of that, like I don't know.
And I was completely sick of Iron Man. Like I can't deal with Iron Man. Like he's the worst fucking character.
I
That's why they had to kill him off.
Oh, but you would crawl into the armor if you could.
No, but I
Come on,
listened to
see,
Gary. Gary
Matt
talked
knows
today.
what I'm talking about. Thor is it ain't a job description or a title. That's right.
I'd rather
He's
see
a
He
guy.
knows he wants
Thor.
those repulsor rays to come out of his hand.
I'd rather see an Exo Man of War.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
He was dressed in just
movie.
get in the
Conan
armor,
in
fly
armor.
over to the
Yeah.
studio and wreck it.
And
You'll
destroy
love it. You'll have a good time. He was destroyed.
Exo, if they did it like Shooter and Winsor Smith did the first couple of issues,
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Here's a neat factoid. I listened to Gary from Nerdrotic, who he owned a comic store in the Bay Area.
Yeah, Gary's great.
And he said that when the Iron Man movie came out, his pull list for Iron Man was 8. And he said after
Yep.
the movie came out, it went up to 100.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's quite a
Yeah,
jump.
that doesn't surprise me.
That's when Marvel was doing things right.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but were
fucking
they?
missed
I mean,
a
I've
huge
heard
opportunity.
Cecil. I've heard Cecil say, you know what, Marvel basically frittered it away because what was
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, they did
in
because
the movies was not what you went to the comic book shops and found because they
yeah,
you couldn't get the Tony Stark Iron Man. You couldn't get that.
Thank you, Marvel.
Well, if they could have heralded in another golden age of comics like we
Yeah,
had
they
in the
could have.
'90s, but they didn't. They blew the whole thing.
Movie tie-in issues sold in the
Comic
theaters.
shop promotions, all kinds of stuff like that. They totally
No,
blew it away.
no. I couldn't possibly do that. We can't
But again,
think
Iron
logically.
Man came out in 2008, so that was before Disney bought him. I think in 2009.
It's a big
Yeah,
corporation
right
now.
before.
It's a soulless thing. They don't see the money there. Like the money that comics brings in is probably what Disney spends on cleaning the buildings. So it's nothing to them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like all it is a source of material so that they can make movies.
It's an IP farm now. You're absolutely right.
That's it.
Yep, but they don't have anybody that knows their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to writing these movies. So they've got these IP farms, and they're just going to keep,
Well, they're
making
actively trying
awful
to get away
movies.
from their audiences, which are male guys, that read comics. I mean, and trying to be more gender inclusive. And
Well, that's the thing. There have always,
and I'm not
that's
saying
the thing that irks the fuck out of me. No, that's the thing that irks the fuck out of me. They try to pull this bullshit like, oh, we need to modernize everything because women were never allowed to read comics, and that's bullshit. There were chicks, and they try to say that chicks have always been reading comics. Yeah, they have, and you know what? They liked comics the way they were. You coming in doing this shit is making them not want to read comics. So it's a self-defeating argument here. You're full of shit.
Yeah, you're not bringing in the non-comic fan. The comic fans liked him as they were. The non-comic fan, man, woman, whatever, they're not going to the store. They're just on Twitter bitching about shit.
They were never interested in comics, and they never will be. That's
The non-comic reader is going to be brought into reading comics by one of their comic reading friends. That's how it's always been.
I mean, I was brought in. This is a great story. I was brought in with my dad.
My dad got me into reading comics too.
Yeah, I remember sitting on his lap, and we had this old Amazing Spider-Man. It was, Aunt May was sick again, and it was the Scorpion and the Jackal. And
the Jackal. Talk about an underrated Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, the Jackal was my first villain in Spider-Man that I encountered.
Dave the Jackal.
Great.
And I couldn't even read yet, and he was explaining the panels to me and all this stuff, and that's what. And then growing up in the 70s, we had this show called The Electric Company, which was
they had Spider-Man on.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, and Spider-Man was a mainstay on that show.
Mm-hmm.
They had Spider-Man skits. And
get busy living or get busy dying.
Yeah. And that's how I got into Spider-Man and what they've done to him. I won't read it. What's his name?
There's just some really fucking dumb shit that they do now.
Zeb Wells is the one writing it right now, and it's absolutely abysmal. And there's a YouTube channel.
I haven't read any Spider-Man in a long time, but I've seen, they have, YouTube has these little, like the little shorts, and this one comic channel keeps popping up with little Spider-Man videos, and like just some of the fucking dumb Spider-Verse shit that passes for creativity these days is just, it's fucking abysmal. It's just, convoluted for the sake of being convoluted, and we've got evil versions of this, and this is what passes for creativity, and it's wow.
I think the last time I read Spider-Man was when Humberto Ramos, is that his name, was doing the art, did the weird Spider-Man. That was the last time.
He's done stuff for Spider-Man a few different times, but the most recent time he was really pushing that anatomy.
Yeah, it was weird.
The only Spider-Man I ever liked was McFarlane's.
Yeah,
that was it.
McFarlane was the gold standard right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
I think Stern in the
Bagley's.
80s actually had probably the best run, the Hobgoblin and all that.
Oh yeah, it was a classic run back then.
I mean, that really brought up to Spider-Man versus Wolverine and all that stuff. Those of us who grew up in the 80s, Stern really, that was some of the best stuff. And really leading up to the marriage of Mary Jane and Peter Parker, there was a lot of stuff going on there, and he never gets the credit. And McFarlane came in after, and people, I'm sorry, but I just think the Stern, go to some of those, the early Hobgoblin and
I have the first appearance of Hobgoblin.
I like
some fucking classic
and,
stuff
and,
right
and
there.
go
man.
on from there, and it's brilliant. It's
the only reason I like McFarlane is because he brought horror to Spider-Man. Where
oh yeah, he
never
played up
seen
the
anything
creepy
like that
angle.
before.
You know, he was doing more spider than man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's dope.
And you know, I like McFarlane's version of Venom. You know, with the dark reflection of Spider-Man. You know, the fucking teeth in the shadow.
Yeah, it's basically Jekyll and Hyde, right?
Well, I mean, it's you
In a
know,
way.
Batman has the Joker, Spider-Man has Venom. You know, that dark reflection.
It's just because McFarlane was such a force, you know, like he came out and it was at that time where it was just completely different than anything. And a lot of times different is just what gets all the attention. So he like blew everybody out of the water, you know? So for me anyway, that I never even used to read Spider-Man until McFarlane's run. So
me neither.
Right.
You should really read the
You
stuff
mean-
in the 80s. It's
What's up,
and
Billy?
the stuff
And
leading
who
up
took
to
over
Venom.
immediately? Who took immediately after him? It was Eric Larson, right? Where
That was horrible.
Yeah,
Venom
Larson took over after
the
yeah.
Venom tongue coming out. Oh, wait a minute. You don't like
That's
Eric
Larson.
Larson's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like that better
Yeah,
than
Larson.
Tommy Farley?
Larson.
No, nobody
brought
did.
in
It
the
was-
distended jaw and the
I
tongue.
didn't like his
and,
Spider-Man, but I was all in on Savage Dragon, at least the first 50 issues.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he,
you mean
I
back
don't
when
think
Eric Larson
was
could actually draw?
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Or
have
gave
the
a shit to
omnibus
draw?
for that, and it's.
I
his
think he
work
got
was
1,000
amazing
times
back
better
then.
when he was working on Savage Dragon. 'Cause
Yeah.
his Spider-Man work
It's
was
amazing
terrible.
how some artists have fallen off. I've looked at some of Romita Jr.'s stuff, and it's like,
Oh,
really?
God.
Really? This is what you're
Well, I
doing
mean,
on... Like,
Would with the
You can do
fucking
better,
bullshit
man.
that they make these comics out of now, would you really put your all into it either? Yeah,
It's
no.
probably page rate thing too, because I've seen is
Yep.
it Lineal Francis Hugh? Is that how you
Yeah.
say it?
Yeah, Lionel. Yeah,
Yeah, you see what he's doing now and what he was doing back on Wolverine. It doesn't even look like the same dude, and it's just because they probably are not paying him anything. He's probably
nah,
just
they don't want to pay these
production line.
dudes anything.
You're
yeah.
actually
Stop
right
it,
about
get
that.
out.
Like they're not paying anything right now.
Yeah.
They're used to paying like Brazilian rates or something like that. I don't know. Like,
And so you got these big names they can draw, but like they're only paying them to do layouts basically. So that's what you're getting.
or cover. Or
Yep.
something
I
like
think
that.
they have ridiculous deadlines, too. So
Simply Vaughn says Eric Larson could never draw.
Oh no, I love Savage Dragon. I was
Kick
thinking like that.
on.
His run
Yeah.
on Thor was terrible.
Talk about Savage.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
everything else he's ever done besides Savage Dragon was horrible.
Yeah.
And only the first, like I said, only the first 50 issues. After the first 50, he went off the fucking rails. And
Yeah,
just
he started doing some weird shit. Like he'd
Yeah.
create characters. Like I think one character villain had menstrual blood as her
It's fucking
her
weird.
superpower.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yep.
fuck
got
is
all
he
over
doing?
Big flow.
That one.
And she's a big fat chick.
Lit his inner
So,
filter
Is
out.
yeah.
that the
Yay.
creature that swings her children by umbilical cords? Or is
I
that-
don't know.
I have no
like I
fucking
said,
clue. What?
he got crazy
Yeah,
with
I
some of
remember
that shit.
Yeah, he got.
Then he
real
came up
crazy.
with. Then he came out.
And you're
as,
right,
like,
Sibling
woke.
Vaughn. Disney had
And he,
lost the boys' audience, and we can now see why.
But not just that, his art went way downhill fast. Like he switched
Yes,
from
it
using
did,
a
yeah.
lot of pen to brush, and then he got really sloppy with his strokes. And it's like you're definitely not putting any
Sloppy
time into
strokes.
this shit,
Oh,
no. Like he
He
stopped.
got woke,
caring.
but then
Yeah.
he's like everybody forgot about the porno cover he did for Savage Dragon, like where he was in an
Well, the
orgy.
thing is,
Oh yeah.
so he brings up Venom. Okay, so there's a whole generation or two that don't even realize how Venom was created, and they never read Web of
Secret Wars.
Spider-Man #1,
Yep.
where where this thing actually loves Peter Parker in a way where he wouldn't let him kill himself. But then there's this love-hatred thing, and I don't know if they captured
Before-
that or whatever. I was just.
Does everybody
never-
remember the issue where they had Iron Man having to get rid of his armor because it was from the Secret Wars universe and it came alive and tried to kill him?
No.
Remember
I
that
don't
one?
have that. No.
That's
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
Secret Wars tie-in, and it was
Yeah, because
after
everybody
Secret
went to the
Wars.
Doctor Doom machine, and people don't even realize the design of Spider-Man's black suit came from Spider-Woman.
Yep,
Who-
the Jessica Drew or the Julie Carpenter version.
She was from Denver or whatever, and Spider-Man liked the vibe of that suit, and it was in his head, and whatever he thought of came to life.
Wasn't it like the artist though that came up with it was a contest winner or something shit like that? The black suit.
Yeah, there was a black suit with a red spider that got sent into Marvel at one point. And it looks awful similar to that, and they made it white and called it good. So I don't know if there's I don't know if there's truth to that or if that's an urban legend, but I have seen that picture too, Billy.
It's true. Yeah, they paid him $500 for that.
Yeah, I thought it was like they were like it was almost like a contest they were running or some shit, and like some kid won it.
Yeah, it was gosh, 6'5", editor-in-chief. Help me out.
Jim Shooter?
Jim
Ralph
Shooter, yeah.
Macchio?
He's the one that actually purchased it for him, I think, for $500. It was in multiple things, and then there was a team-up book or something also where somebody, was it Peter got pushed off in front of a train or something? And before they really established where Venom was going, and it was actually female hands that was pushing him. So, one of the early appearances of Venom was depicted as female. Truth. Look it up.
Well, there were things leading up to Venom's appearance in some of the, like Spectacular Spider-Man where he was, or maybe it was Webb where he was on the side of a building and he got pushed off, and he goes, "Oh, my spider sense never went off. Who could have done this?"
That's it. His spider sense didn't go off. Yep.
Yeah, it didn't go off, and so they had things leading up to Venom, and then I think it was right before 300 in Amazing where they had Venom actually reveal himself at Mary Jane's door. But there were things
inside the apartment.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, inside the apartment, Mary Jane saw the corner and thought it was Peter because of the spider, and then that big fucking wicked grin. Yeah. See, Venom, when done correctly, can be cool. It's just most of the time people take the lazy route with the character. I thought the whole Agent Venom idea was pretty neat.
I thought that was cool too.
They changed it up, with Tony Moore, and they made it Flash Thompson. I mean, best version of Venom is Eddie Brock, obviously, and he's also the strongest version of Venom because of their shared hatred of Spider-Man.
Right, and that came from the Sin Eater saga. If you, again, another Stern thing or whatever, and the whole Sin Eater stuff.
Really well done too.
Yeah,
that whole story arc was really well done.
Yeah,
and got a lot of motivation for Eddie Brock to hate Spider-Man.
Yeah, and when done right, they can't do it right. They need a number of movies to actually do it right, and.
There's so much material to cover, you would almost need a series to do it correctly.
I heard that King in Black one that came out a couple years ago was really popular. Isn't that what it was called?
King in Black?
I can't remember the name.
Back in Black?
Oh! The story arc. Yes, because that was Null. That was a story about Null and the King of the Symbiotes. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. You had Ryan Stegman and Donnie Cates, I think, was writing it.
Donnie Cates.
They were doing Venom. I sold a lot of those fucking Venom books. That was actually one of the last few books that was actually
Carnage,
worth a fucking damn. Yeah, they did the Ultimate Carnage or something like that. And it started out really good and just kind of ended with a fizzle. Which kind of made me sad.
I remember playing that video game on
Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
That game.
Love that fucking beat 'em up. It's one of the classic beat 'em ups. That beat 'em up, and then the X-Men arcade game based on Pride of the X-Men.
Yep.
Fucking love that game.
Really, what I'd like to see right now is the creators. It would have to be a mass movement, but all the big creators just need to leave the big two and just do an independent book. I mean, look what just happened with Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner, where they make $250,000 on.
Yeah.
I mean, just do that. They're going to make so much more money. All these older guys that didn't make shit in the comic industry will have a retirement, and then the big guys are going to have to wake up and just be like.
So let me ask.
I asked
Go ahead.
Matt Wagner about Grendel, and if he did do a crowdfunding campaign for Grendel,
I would do it in a minute.
Yeah,
in a minute.
He won't do it because of loyalty.
Well, I mean, in the early
Dark Horse.
In the early 2000s, didn't the Marvel Knights series, wasn't that all farmed out? Like it wasn't in-house Marvel. They like went to like some indie.
Yeah, Jim Palmiotti and Joe Sada.
Yeah,
were running that, and they were bringing in all their indie friends to come do shit.
Yeah, those were cool. I liked those. Like I hadn't been
they
collecting
were
any
good
Marvel
books,
for a while,
man.
and I remember when I ran across them, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Do you remember the
like,
Bernie
really
Wrightson Punisher?
Oh God! What an ill-fated concept! Holy shit!
Why would you give that to Bernie Wrightson? I mean, there's so many other things he could have done.
Oh God! Why would you not have him do like a Man Thing book?
Say what
like,
you will.
Seriously.
I still own them.
Or Ghost Rider, for fuck's sake.
Of course you.
The problem is that they never
Bernie drew it.
They never let Bernie do what he does best. They tried to fit him into like that regular.
Which is
comic
just stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Batman the Cult.
I like Batman the Cult too.
Yeah, I have.
I wish there was an
that.
artist
Never
edition
read
of that.
it.
That's just the line work though.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Didn't Wagner have another book too, like that he did through Image with the dude with the baseball bat?
Mage.
Yeah.
Mage. Yeah.
I like Mage, dude.
I wonder if he still owns that. He could do that as a crowdfunder.
You could totally do that as a crowdfunder. Shit, man, why not?
That was based on him, like Matt Wagner.
Yeah.
I always wondered because dude looks like him.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it was. It's based on Matt.
That's fucking great, man.
Yeah, Matt. The thing is with those old guys is that they can't really see past like being part of a corporate entity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, then we show them the way. Do you know?
Well,
the way?
they had to get past those gates. Back then, there was these.
Yeah.
There were these big fucking gates, and you had to get past them to get in. And once you're in, you're like,
yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
So. But I don't know. These guys, they have so much potential to make so much more money.
Millions. Look at Keown. If he would
look at Ethan.
If he just put out,
yeah.
I mean, Keown. If he would just put Pitt out, he'd be a millionaire right now.
They should stop worrying about making reprints of the original shit.
That was a fluke, Preston. Don't bring that up. That was
put out a new one.
Yeah,
put out a new Pitt and be a millionaire. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
I want to bring something up. Like
you can still get the back issues. It's not that impossible.
No, back issues are super easy. You can actually get them in the dollar bin.
Yeah.
Just go look for them.
So if they introduce they want to introduce the Fantastic Four in film again. But I'm thinking, before you even do that, should you not just do a standalone Doctor Doom movie and establish him and maybe have a Reed Richards when they're in college? Because they become their rivals in college, and before they get their powers, just have a Doctor Doom movie.
Can we just not? Can we just not do any of that?
That's what I want. I want them to shelve it, dude. Just get rid of all the movies.
I just.
Well, I mean, if they did it right, of course they're not going to do it. They're going to hire a woman.
No, they're not going to do it right. That's the biggest problem. Is they're not going to do it right.
They already said what they're doing, and it's not doing it right.
No.
They're going to have Sue Storm have an affair with fucking Namor, and then they're going to have a bastard
Sue
son.
Storm's going to have an affair with Human
I don't
Torch.
think Namor's even going to exist in their universe.
Oh, good lord!
What about Death's
Boss
Head? Let's go to the UK Marvel. Do Death's Head, huh?
But still, if in a perfect world, I would probably introduce, because based on Joker, I would introduce Doctor Doom before the Fantastic Four. I would just.
Did anybody watch Blue Beetle?
My mom did.
My mom did.
It was the worst
She
fucking
stood in
movie.
line to get my copy.
She didn't like it.
I
She
didn't
didn't like it.
either.
Even your mom
No, sir.
didn't like it,
I don't like it.
Nope.
I tried to watch Flash, and I like the
I like the
Keaton.
old Blue Beetle.
I like
man.
the Keaton.
I'd rather go to the mall and flash somebody.
I watched
you know,
The Flash today.
listening. Go ahead, Mark. What?
I watched The Flash today, and apart from the awful graphics, it was all right. The internet had made me really lower my expectations.
Well, that probably helped. I know Jimmy Reyes.
It wasn't so shitty. It was not so shitty.
Jimmy Reyes.
Well, you know, the funny thing, and I hate to say this, but it sounds to me like you guys are panning through a bunch of shit for little nuggets of gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to say that, but I mean, that's really what it sounds like. It sounds like you guys are trudging knee deep through shit to find these tiny little flakes of gold. And I mean, I applaud you for finding something to appreciate in this fucking garbage, but damn.
Right.
Like,
I
it
agree.
seems like there's a better use of your time.
I'd be totally cool with motion comics from this point on.
Well, Luke,
Right?
you and I had that conversation on Discord. Is that I told you I'm not going to set foot in a comic shop because I'm sure there's good comics out there, but I'm not going to sift through all this shit to try to find whatever. And I'm not going to step into a movie theater, and it's just too bad.
See, I won't do it for a movie theater. I'll do it for indie comics though. I'll wade through all the garbage, you know, in previews in order to find like some indie shit to support, or you know, I'll find cool shit online to support. I'd rather do that because it's somebody's fucking dream than a movie that's. You know,
I mean, like over the weekend, I read Joe Frankenstein #2, which was fantastic.
Green Jelly
and I got a stack from Alterna, and I got caught up on Wolf and Batsy, and I have King Cryptid 1 through 4. I'm going to start reading probably next weekend.
Whenever I go to cons, when I used to go to cons anyway, I used to look for indie books. I didn't really want to because resale on classic comics is like insane.
yeah, absolutely, man.
Especially
because that's where the good stories are. That's where all the classic stuff. I mean, that's where all the love comes from. You know, that's where the magic was.
Art styles that aren't all the same. You're not
conventional.
Art styles.
Yeah. And yes, Silver, that is really Kami Mark up there. It's we don't get to see Mark very often, so yeah, it's a nice surprise.
Well, as I said in my post earlier today, I make mine Malar.
Right?
Yeah, but did you see Mark Millar did American Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see they did American Jesus on Netflix, but it takes place in Mexico?
No.
I mean, I saw that they did that, but I never read the comic. I never watched the TV series. So
the first half of American Jesus is called, I think it's Chosen One, or The Chosen, and they adapted that, but it's in Mexico.
Okay.
The second half is is called American Jesus, and that's where he runs for president, and he and all this other bullshit. But and I was like, how did Mark Millar approve that shit? Like how? Because he's been hitting home runs so far.
I don't know if he's in control of the actual productions.
He sold a bunch of stuff to Netflix.
Yeah,
I hate it when they
control the production. He just gets a cut of when they buy one of the properties off of him, I think.
Because I started watching it and I was like, it's like the lips aren't matching up. It's dubbed. It's just crazy. And then I realized it's in Mexico. Like they got a blonde haired, blue eyed dude in Mexico that's supposed to be the American Jesus.
Yeah. He's Spanish, man.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just
Spanish American.
Sure, it's not set in Argentina.
Either way, it's not in the U.S. Therefore,
no.
It kind of
American Jesus
fucks up the whole American Jesus thing.
No, I hate it when they take a comic property and they use the name, and then when you go to watch the show, it's like nothing like the comic at all.
Exactly.
Completely change everything, and it's like that's not the fucking comic I read. What? Nothing is the name. That's it.
It's like watching Fantastic Four, but there's 5 people in the team.
You mean like Madam Web?
Yeah.
Madam Web.
Fantastic.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot.
I saw that trailer and I was like, "What the fuck? This is like a completely different thing." Like,
yes,
there's nothing to do with Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Madam Web. Oh Jesus.
You could
Another
do a good
another
Madam
movie that no one asked for.
I
and
know.
That, we're all going to be subject
I
to.
thought the trailer was
Yay.
one of those like things where they on the internet they're like, oh, here's the new trailer for whatever show, and it's like a bunch of movies that they clipped scenes out of to like give you a fake trailer.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute, this
Like,
is a
you
legit
trolling me,
trailer
right? You
couldn't-
trolling.
for a fucking
You couldn't
shitty
get
movie.
that lucky.
All I know
No,
is when
no,
me
we're
and
unfortunately not that
sell
lucky,
Frog
friend
G
Plagle.
to the movie studios, and they make Frog G. We won't give a fuck either as long as they paid us enough money.
That's right.
Give me my money. Give
Where's
me
my money, man? Where's my money? Where's my money,
Give Frog his
man?
money. Frog needs his frog
Jason, I've
money.
already sold out.
Yes. Everyone has a price, friend.
That would be
I'd
the
totally
way to
sell
go
that.
if
I'd
you ever
completely sell
saw
that.
if you ever do an option
Where
for
do I
your,
sign?
for your comic, you should keep the rights to make comics.
Never option your book. Always go for the big money, because option means that they just give you like $500 or $3,000.
Well, and they can
Is that
lock it
really?
up for 5 years.
And they can
Yeah.
Nah,
ship
we wouldn't do
shelve
it.
it.
yeah they can shelve it.
Yeah, they just shelve
For
it for
5
5
years,
years
10
after
years.
that. Yeah.
Hey,
Or
by
they
the
could
way,
make it
Luke,
shelf
are
it
those
forever.
beanies for sale?
What? The one that I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on my website, DeathMetalHero.com.
All right.
The one that I'm wearing is the large. I sent Jason a couple of them, and I think I sent them smaller, and he said they were still huge.
They-
So
Oh my God.
order with caution.
It's funny. I go on
they do
Ethan's
stretch,
stream, and I say, "Hey, nice hat, Ethan," and he'll highlight it, and then he immediately puts his hats on sale. Like he just knocked right now $20 off all his beanies for the 4-pack. He knocked $20 off, and like last week it was $5 off the one he was wearing, so I ordered it. I'm like, okay, so
There
if you
you
go
go.
to Ethan Van Sciver's stream, just comment on his hat if it's like an all caps hat, and he probably will lower the price right then and there for people to buy it. Just FYI, you know.
You heard it here first, folks. This is the hack to get Ethan
Hey.
to sell his hats
Hey, I did
cheaper.
it twice I just did it before I came on here, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to lower. I'm going to lower all the prices for my beanies because it's cold outside."
I mean, yeah,
90 went to
does.
70.
Yeah, I could see that. Why not?
I mean, it is definitely
It
a
is.
hat weather type of year, or time of year. It's the hattiest
I
time
think on a hat like that,
of the
though, my
year.
trade dress, our trade dress would look great on a beanie
I
hat
think
like
I
that.
did that,
you know?
Luke. You
Oh, I think so.
It's like what? The
Yes, that's right, Devil Flower. I would, because it's my fucking channel.
Okay, you can be as corny as you want on your own.
That's
channel.
right.
Candy
Uh-huh.
corn.
Mm-hmm.
You
Candy
get
corn's
permission.
atrocious.
No.
Candy corn. Oh, where's legal?
Is it
Right.
time
Right
for me
there.
to hit a candy corn break?
No candy.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Go ahead, please.
Don't
We'll have
eat,
one on
don't
me.
eat wax.
No, but I got to read some comics this weekend, and it was I took a break from writing, and
Nice.
I read
Always good
Joe
to read
Frankenstein.
comics.
So I read Joe Frankenstein 2, which is Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. The second issue in that, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, those two guys get together. It really is kind of flawless. The way
I mean,
this-
they've been doing this this creative comic thing for a long while. They're fucking good at it.
Flawless feature.
I mean, it's really strong. And then I got a bunch from Alterna, and again, I love Wolf and Batsy. Wolf spelled with the WULF in Batsy.
Ah, yes,
I think,
like from the fatherland, Wolf.
I think it's
Wolf.
one of the best damn comics on the planet. It's so much
He's
fun.
the best comic in the world. He'll take over all other comics. Wolf and Batsy.
Yeah, I had
He's the president of
the
Argentina.
artist for that on the show. He for
They
his
have ways of making you read.
what was it? Doc Phantasm or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had
And,
book up on Fund My Comic.
I got a King
Doc
Cryptid.
Quasar, that's what it was. Doc Quasar.
Yeah.
Maybe they should change it to Wolf and Hatsy because it is getting cold.
Double fire.
Oh man.
Kick
I like
rocks.
that. What's that?
But I just want to let the chat and people know that there's
Here-
really good stuff out there. Alterna,
Here you go, Rex. This is for you.
You
knew what this was.
There you
be here
go.
all week.
Yep.
Alternate
And
comics stuff is
yeah,
getting more
Morb
interesting.
is correct.
I like Horace. Is it Horace Hoover
Horace
or
J.
what is
Hoover.
that one that they have?
Yeah, Horace J. Hoover.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking book. I like the art style and the character is cool.
And I'm looking to get into King Cryptid. In fact, it was Luke.
Oh, dude.
You read King Cryptid
Yeah.
1 through 4, and you said like this is exactly it. So I'm going to dive.
Oh
in
yeah, it's
Thanksgiving
it's
break.
good shit.
And I got 1 through 4 ready to go, and so there's good things out there, people.
Excellent.
And,
Yeah,
just
I
gotta,
don't think
you know, take-
I think you'll dig those King Cryptids. I don't want to
If-
put
if
too much
you-
on them, but I really enjoyed them.
If you like that stuff, then you'll like it came out on Wednesday because that's where a lot of the first
Yeah.
appearances of those creatures were first featured.
Yeah,
I have a few of those.
Have you done a
got some
cover
really
for
great
that
cover
yet,
art on
Preston?
those books too.
Yeah, I did a cover for it.
That's
Came
my
out on
thought.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just-
Like I
just
said, some really great
FYI,
fucking cover
go
art on
ahead.
them books too.
Go ahead and
That
get
was
issue
fun.
2. It will never be reprinted again.
Oh,
There
they
were
came out
people
on
that
Wednesday
wanted-
too.
Yeah, it came
Huh.
out on Wednesday too. Peter Samedi said, gosh, about a year ago, he said, yeah, I had some problems. There were some artists that worked on that, or inkers or colorists or something. They went the anti-Comixgate route and said, we don't want that, and he said it would never be reprinted again. So immediately went on eBay, bought the only copy.
Nice.
And, maybe some other people put it up there,
Well,
And if you get
know,
newsstand
come see, come saw,
alternatives,
you know.
those are collectible. There's not very many newsstand alternatives out there. If you have a chance to snag one of those,
No, it's funny because there's
I
a
said one plegal, just one, not the whole
What?
bag.
there used to be like a list of all the various comic shops in various regions that help carried their comic, and one of them was in my location. So I went in there looking for an Alterna comic on the shelves, and there was none.
Do they not
And
do
they
told
that
me about
anymore? Do they not do that anymore in the back of the comic?
I have not seen it in the recent issues I picked up.
Okay, yeah, and then some go out of business. I know. I was instrumental in getting local comic book shop to carry Alterna, and they were featured in the
Oh,
back
I thought
for
you
a
were-
couple months. But they
Oh,
went
It's
out of
not
business.
where I thought that sentence was
Same.
going.
I
Yeah,
thought-
I was
yeah,
responsible
yeah.
for getting a local comic shop fucking closed.
That's what I
I
thought
do
he was
want
going
to
to
say
say.
this though.
No, not
I do wanna
closed.
say this.
No.
The only thing
Well,
with
good.
Alterna is at that price point, I'm just wondering how much money you could possibly be making.
I don't think the creators make a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
creators.
problem. I think really, it's like
but I do want to say this that I have noticed, and Luke, I'm going to let Brian know that in a few issues I've read, I think it was Red Koi and Wolf and Batsy #8, and I haven't gotten
Yeah.
into the Encrypted yet. That on the inside cover there is a full page inside cover ad for Hardly Heroes from Shattermare
Yup,
Comics.
But I
So-
don't think it's the price point that's stopping them from making money, though. I think it's distribution. Like they don't have enough distribution.
well, that's what I mean. You have to.
Well, he's
if you're gonna
doing
sell
the distribution
fewer-
himself.
If you're going to
Yeah,
sell
exactly.
fewer copies, you got to have a higher price point in order to make any money. I mean,
But I will say this: I don't think people at Marvel are making much money. Like,
Yeah, but,
they're probably
I
making
mean-
the same amount as like alternative.
Their loss should be our
Right.
gain.
Whatever
Well,
gives you
anyways,
that
take
idea,
advantage.
Preston?
I just wanted to. I let Pete know that there's a comic shop that boasts, or that you list as showing your comics, and I've walked in their store and I've never ever seen an Alterna comic actually on the shelves. Now I'm
That's-
sure if I
they
asked
sell
for
out.
one,
They sell out.
they would
immediately.
say we can order it for
Yeah.
you, and well, I can do that myself. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's That's the double-edged sword of indie comics. You got to have people that are actually picking them up, reading them, telling actively, and this is the important part, actively telling their customers about these indie comics, and getting people to read them. That was the thing about working in the shop, is that I read these books, I knew these books, and I knew my customers. I knew the stuff that my customers were into, right? So I could adequately tell them, hey, you're going to dig this book if you like this, 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 and this. The problem is that there's so much stuff out there, and trying to get people to read indie books when, the allure of the big, mythic, monolithic, heroes and whatnot. Getting the employees to actually read the indie comics. They have to be into indie comics in order to fucking sell these books. Otherwise, yeah, they languish on the fucking shelves because, nobody's willing to take a chance.
I mean, I think if you were diligent and you could actually get a book out on a regular schedule, I think you might be able to do something with a subscription model where instead of selling one comic, you're selling somebody, 10 comics for the whole year, and they buy that subscription model and they just get their comic in the mail when it comes out.
Yeah, but indie comics, it's really rough.
That's what I mean. You'd have to be very.
And that's one of the reasons why Pete, like, I think it's like the first, like on his submission requirements page, anybody that submits to Alterna, he requires, like, for even consideration that you already have 3 complete issues done already.
Yeah.
Or he won't
Wolf
even.
and Batsy had like volumes when he's been publishing that for years.
Yeah. That had been out before Pete got a hold of him.
Yeah. He's got reams and reams of material that they're just kind of redoing, republishing, or whatever.
Yep, Billy's still here, some person. He's just, his picture has been frozen for the last, half hour.
Oh, really?
Why didn't somebody say something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you still.
You've been frozen.
Someone give the panel a shove.
Yeah.
Billy's on
Is it
tilt.
going okay now?
Nope, you're still frozen. Still frozen.
Here, I'll pop out and come back in.
Still frozen pizza, Billy. Still frozen pizza.
Oh, Billy.
Ah, the internet. So fun.
I think once Frog G is done and over with, we'll have, plenty of chapters we can look into, like Alterna or Dark Horse or something.
Yeah, I mean, each volume will have 3 regular comics in it, so.
Right.
So we'd have enough to go that route if we wanted to.
Probably when
what am I looking at here, Commie Mark?
It's a picture, a drawing.
Thank you.
A drawing, right?
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
I appreciate the description.
That's from his campaign.
You are a legend, sir.
This is
The master of understatement.
like the king of the gods or whatever.
Yeah.
And like a future Krishna villain, but also a villain in this other book that I've done, while also doing Krishna Kid. So this will be out soon, hopefully.
Very cool.
Back at the door.
He looks pretty clean cut for King of the Gods.
How guys do this?
I don't know if I'd be scared of him. He looks like he puts some lotion on
You
his...
underestimate. You underestimate him. And
He looks like he puts lotion on his balls.
What the fuck?
Well, you got more with that one.
There's a story.
What the fuck is that?
That's ink spots.
Yep,
Well,
that's ink spots.
Oh, I love it.
There's a story about this guy, and he got caught perving on a woman. Someone curse on him that his body would be covered with 1,000 vaginas.
Nice.
As one does.
What a curse.
But, wow.
Think of that menstrual cycle.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, and if they don't sync up, it just goes on forever.
I think they have to.
Yeah, you'd have to.
That's what happened to the Go-Go's. They all
I'd be
synced up
scared of
and
them
then they
then.
couldn't get along anymore.
Holy shit.
Or am I dating myself?
No. I know the Go-Go's.
Go-Go's.
No.
The Bengals, the Go-Go's.
Pretty sure I'm the oldest guy here. So
Okay, we're all synced up. Oh, you're a bitch. I don't want to work with you anymore. Fuck
No,
you.
Rex is older than you.
oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
The comic shop in my town is really a corner of a vintage video game store that repairs old game system and resells used games. That sounds like a fucking cool shop. Comics and video games? I would fucking
I think J-Bot's shop is kind of like that, or maybe they just do. Maybe they just kind of do like trades or graphic novels or something. I thought they sold books as
I
well.
got a great used record store in my town. They sell used games. They sell used CDs, vinyl, and DVDs. I got a Session 9 on DVD the other day there.
Was it Rasputin's?
It's not Rasputin. It's called Streetlight Records. We
Oh,
do have a
Streetlight, yeah.
Rasputin.
Yeah,
We do have
because I'm originally from kind of like your neck of the woods.
Yeah, Streetlight had like 3 locations: San Jose, Santa Cruz, and San
Hey,
Francisco.
what's up, Corey? Good to see you.
But it's like
Coming to hang
Rasputin's,
out,
but
man.
it was there way before Rasputin's, and it's just great. It's a gold.
Yeah, no, Streetlight's awesome.
Yeah, but the main reason that I shared this image was to break into the conversation and say, bye, everybody, I'm going home.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, I'm glad you did, Mark. I'm
Thanks
glad
for
you
coming
did.
on, man.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks for
already
coming
out.
on.
What a stupid thing to say. All right.
It's good to see you, man.
Later, man.
hey, Mark.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Good work.
Goodbye, Mark.
I did all that to say that I'm going home. That is such a
Going
Mark
Great
thing to do.
guys, I'm
Uh-huh.
going home.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it is super fucking late over there for him.
Is
Yep.
it though?
He was
But
busy
that's fucking
taking
cool.
over the world earlier when we were hanging out in the Discord playing his stratagem games.
I saw something in the background of his OBS thing. His
Well, and
stratagems.
it's funny too because he sets up these like weird scenarios. Like he was playing a game once where he was trying to have the Confederate South completely take over the entire world and shit.
Jeez.
Hey, y'all.
Hey y'all.
Oh, no.
Damn. Yeah, no. It's not the most intelligent sounding accent.
No comment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just hell,
ice
Jeff
cream, yeah.
Foxworthy fucking said that forever ago. You know,
What was that?
admit it. If your brain surgeon walked in and said, "All right, now what we gonna do is root around in there with a stick and see if we can't find that dadburn claw," you'd be like, "No, thanks. I'll just die."
So here's your problem.
Yeah. Exactly. So, anyway,
Well, that's the comic.
I've always found that to be a little true. not reassuring. You know.
Look at ink spots.
That's the current comic book industry.
I'm just thinking about a doctor, like a fucking way hick doctor. That'd be so great. But you guys, one of them damn thingamajiggers down at the core of your brain. We'll take care of it quick, fast, in a hurry. Tell you what. And then I don't think so. Nah, bro.
No, I think I'm good. Think I'm good. Yeah. No nonsense. We'll get a wine cork popper. We'll just pop that right out the back of your head. But no.
How about that She-Hulk?
How about that sheet?
Oh, Jesus.
I think that stuff is kind of coming to a head with all that sort of thing, and people are gonna start turning They already are turning the other.
Billy
way.
liked She-Hulk.
I like the 3D model, like the of when she was She-Hulked out. Yeah, she looked good.
I never bothered watching.
Yeah,
any
it was
of
the writing that was the problem.
Yeah.
Always
Well,
thought they
of
should've
course
got
the
a
writing's the
bodybuilder.
problem.
Well, didn't they
Should've
say they
gotten
were
by
trying to
it.
write a court drama, but they had nobody with
Yeah.
any court experience or any attorneys on site? So
And
how
why
can you
would
do
you
that?
do that for She?
I mean, fucking Ally McBeal managed it. How come they couldn't? I mean,
That was a fucking horror show.
Works every time.
yeah, it was a horror show.
You can actually
again,
go-
I
you
haven't
can
watched
actually go-
anything.
You can actually go to court and actually watch trials in process. Just go to the bailiff, and you can go to various courts and watch them in session, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Pardon.
And if you want to do research on the procedure,
No,
there you go.
just that requires too much work.
yeah,
That requires actually putting effort into it, and that's not something they're going to do.
Just look it up on Facebook. It'll tell you.
Because Facebook knows everything.
All you need to do. Does anybody go on Facebook anymore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I post and I dump and run.
I've never had a Facebook account in my life.
I never go on there.
Count yourself lucky.
Never
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
MySpace either.
I have one. I never use it, just like I never use my fucking Instagram account. Yeah, I always forget that I have an Instagram account.
It's probably one of those overvalued apps, just like Twitter was before everyone knew what it was actually worth. It's all bots and advertising.
Basically. I mean, there's some cool groups on Facebook, I guess, like discussion groups, if you can find, the good ones.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's a lot of it is
It
not
seems like it's
not
now
enjoyable.
a bloated, overcomplicated app now. It's like it used to be. I don't know. There's too
Well,
many.
that's because they had to find a way to hide all of the spyware. You see.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I get a lot of just suggested posts that it's all artwork, and like, Michael Turner art or Rosetta art, and it's all like, yeah. So I actually see a lot of cool stuff on my Facebook feed.
Yeah, I mean, I usually see stuff from Brian Polito about the Kickstarters he's doing, and art from my friends. That's usually about all I see.
If you get the algorithm triggered right,
Yep.
you don't see much.
It is kind of strange that it used to be all about going to websites and to find information. Now it's pretty much all just social media. Like, remember, like you would just you'd surf somebody's blog or something. Now it's all social media. You don't really go different places on the internet. It's either on one of your social media apps or it doesn't exist.
I think that's going to change. Honestly, I think we're all going to start going back to like having individual websites.
I don't know. People
That's
are
when it was
notorious-
best, man.
that's-
The internet.
People are
was-
notoriously lazy, and you give them the option to be lazy, and it's hard to make them go back.
Yep.
No, but it was great back then. Jeez. As somebody, you have message boards, and then you have sites. And people are like, check out this site for horror movies, or check out this site for comic books, or
I think
something.
they still have that.
Yeah, they
Dark
do.
web. On the dark web.
It's just not as. It
You
was
just
like
go to
easy,
a Tumblr and just get to see what a certain artist did, like for like every piece of work. And
Like I had a site back in the 2000s where I would just get drunk as fuck and look. I would rent the worst horror movie I could find, and then I would just blind drunk write about it, and then in the morning just look at comments, and it was hilarious. And it was just so much fun. I used to get like 25,000 hits.
Yeah, the internet used to be a fun
site.
place.
I do that, and I look for horror porn. That's what I
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever seen House on Hooter Hill?
No.
Not yet, Ink.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, by the time you get through the fourth one, it's not very interesting.
House on Hooter Hill.
Now what I know what I'm doing now after the stream.
It's real. It's real.
Have a mission.
I remember one called Night of the Living Porn or something like that.
Nice.
The makeup was way too good.
I remember Christy
Sometimes they care.
Canyon going deep.
No, it was way like it actually looked like dead people were fucking each other.
Wow.
Oh, that's nasty.
Arthur Roy says he uses Facebook to sell his sketch cards. Very big groups always looking to buy. That's cool.
That's yeah, that's a good place to go.
I just never liked it because all the family members that you don't want to talk to find you and start trying to stuff. I don't want to see Aunt Renee.
Tokumai saying right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had to do that when
I had to learn
law
legal
school.
research and all the legal writing.
Your parents keep posting Bible quotes all day.
And if you ever go to a family law court, man, just it will blow you away because there's no Fifth Amendment. There's no God. It's terrible what they do to men at family law. But I'm not going to get into that. All right.
I just saw a
You can watch it.
J. Scott Campbell comic book called Maidens of Mayhem. Wait, that's Clint Kalinske. Sorry, I was going to say Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, dude. Wow.
A perfectly honest mistake. Sorry.
Wow.
I was going to say J. Scott Campbell got a lot worse than what I remember, but no, never mind.
Jeez. Brutal.
Oh boy.
God damn.
Back Row G today, Brad.
All ages.
All ages. All original art.
Hey, it's an
Speaking of
homage.
Frog G and all ages. Did you guys see that Penthouse Comics is coming back in March or February?
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. They've got
Interesting.
some Marvel artists that are actually drawing for it, which is
I was going to say, are they hiring?
Also, what?
I don't know.
I'd draw for it. I don't care.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, I had to look at the date on it, see if it was April Fool's or something like that. And
Wayshek did
Somebody's
article
bullshitting me,
illustration.
right? Somebody's bullshitting me.
Wayshek did article illustrations for High Society magazine back in the day.
High Society. That's an
Swanky.
old school magazine.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, that's how long
That's
ago
the
he
dirty. That's the dirty.
Dude, that's how long ago he did it. So,
Yeah.
But the good thing about stuff like that is, like, somebody like that doesn't care about cancellation. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I was doing article illustrations in porn mags. Don't care what you guys say about me.
it's
Yeah,
the
pretty
guy
much.
the guy who did the cover, who I guess has done some work for him, is Matteo Scalera, the guy that does a lot of the Batman stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, he did Black
Pretty
Science with Rick Remender.
Yeah. I was
I mean-
like, holy shit.
Playboy used to have some of the best artists around. Doing
Yeah, that
stuff.
artist that did the little Annie Fanny shit, that shit was tight, dude.
And going way back,
You know,
Jack Cole that
Playboy-
invented Plastic Man was doing stuff like that.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, I mean, Playboy also used to
Wally
do
Wood
used to
did,
run
too.
fiction. I mean, you read Stephen King's On Writing, and he talks about selling short stories to Playboy and Gent and different magazines like that. Like they used to be about more than just tits.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
there
the
were articles.
That's why I've
Theoretically,
I read up for the article.
Well, back then they never had enough.
That's
clout
why
to
they're
be
no
actors.
longer around, because they should have stuck with the kids. I'm just saying.
So they had to take what they could get.
yeah.
Angela Curry.
I like the
Hey,
little the tech and gadget section that
Oh,
was always in the
kids.
back. It was like in the last 5 pages or whatever, they would show off the little cool like fucking doodads and stuff.
I'm the tech and gadget guy at Playboy.
Yeah.
Double penetrating
No, they
visors.
they would show off cool walkie talkies or like fucking night vision goggles or like some crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like all like cool little fucking doodads. Like the shavers that fucking are like on a perfectly balanced I remember one specifically. It was a face razor that was on a perfectly balanced gyroscope that you pulled on a zip cord, and it was like the ones that the Russian cosmonauts used up in space that were like didn't need electric power. Like you pull on the ripcord and the thing would spin for like fucking 5+ minutes and shit.
Is ink drawing? Yes, I am. Well, no, I'm not drawing. coloring.
Right, he's
Or you
coloring.
could,
Get
or
to
you could
work.
just use a blade.
Get to work. You work before
But
you die again.
It's the end of the book, so it's not something that you should probably show.
I mean, it's kind of like that whole Larry Flint argument. Like, who buys this shit for this? You know, they're
How many?
nobody wants this in their porn.
How many pages can you estimate, Ink, that you have left?
10, I'm guessing.
Nice.
Yeah. 10.
What's
yeah,
up,
it's
Angela?
10.
I think that's back when Larry Flint was putting chicks and meat grinders on the cover.
Jesus Christ.
You ever seen that cover where the chick's halfway in a meat grinder and on the other end is coming out ground meat?
I think I have.
That's
I
crazy.
think Tokamay and I need to talk shop someday. So maybe hit me.
He
up.
loves talking shop.
Talk
He's
shop.
all about the shop.
He likes shop
Talk.
class.
All about the shop.
I'm not
Shop.
technically a lawyer, but I know as much about trust and estate planning as any lawyer does. So, you know, but and family law and criminal law for that matter. I just don't have the I don't have the JD.
I'm a lawyer of shitology.
That checks out.
Right.
That checks out.
It's actually accurate.
Mm-hmm.
What's Plagle doing down there? Let me see what Plagle's doing. Make Plagle bigger, please.
Well, I just
Maybe
write
bigger?
comics. I enjoy writing comics.
Yes. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Why you need to make me bigger?
Yeah.
Because I want to see what you're doing.
Oh, that looks
That's
like
a little
some old school
rude.
heavy metal shit.
That's a little
Very
rude.
rude to do to a blind guy.
All right. Here, you want to see one of the other ones?
Yes.
How about this
Hurry up. Everybody's waiting with
Large
anticipation.
print, please.
one?
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It'll look better when it's in grayscale because it'll be all shadowed and you'll just see the little red visors coming out of the shadows.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that like an AK-47 with the silencer?
It is a it's a Liefeld gun.
Yeah.
It's a vacuum cleaner gun.
That's my favorite model.
I really only draw Liefeld guns. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll draw a Glock or a M16, but most of the time they're Liefeld guns.
Nice job. Looks great, Plagle.
Sometimes the Liefeld guns are more fun to draw.
Well, these are like this is like a it's like a Gary Anderson like alternate 1960s universe / Toho.
Ah, okay.
They're fighting monsters and shit with fucking
Yeah.
Liefeld guns.
And shit.
I'll show you the panel that comes out, the page that comes after this.
You need more pouches.
There's the page that comes after it.
Ooh, nice. Fucking monster ass.
You should show a monster taking a shit
page
on a
that-
building.
Actually, I take that back. Yeah, this is the page that comes before it. So,
Nice.
yeah.
He's just
I had to
squatting.
go in and I had some pages that I had not finished that I'd cut out of the book, and I was putting
Yeah.
them back in. So when I eventually do it, I'll have the pages.
Nice.
Well,
But
that's
this
fucking
page
cool.
will be in black and white. This page will never be in color again.
Do I get that one, don't I?
Enjoy it while you like it.
I get that one, don't I? Aren't you sending me that?
And then this
He's not
panel.
answering me. Am I muted?
I don't know if this panel will ever exist again. I think I'm getting rid of this one permanently.
Am I getting that? Am I getting that?
No. Nobody's getting this.
No, you're supposed to send me
He
that.
can't hear you.
Yeah, you're supposed to send me that.
I can send you a copy, Jason. I got a couple lying around.
Yeah, send me the copies.
I got a couple or 20 left.
Making copies. Yeah, just send it with that way shack in about 3 years.
I'll send it this week.
Did you ever find out what that package was?
Yeah, it was a scam thing. I figured it was. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the post. The only reason why
Here's another one.
I
Preston
sent
might
Giyut
like
stuff, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's that. So, and it wasn't. So,
Gotcha.
oh, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, nice. I like it. It's good.
Ink, we're redrawing Frog G.
That's
I don't know if I
page
told you
2.
that.
Yeah, we're gonna redraw it
Page
in Frog G2, and it's just gonna be called the Better Cut.
There goes
Yeah.
the alternate. There goes
The I'm
alternate.
trying cut is what we're gonna call it.
There's this page. I butchered this page. This is the one that I was talking about. That I was trying my Preston Acevedo MegaCon, and I fucked it up.
I don't see any paint
That's
on that
cool.
though.
It's just gonna exist. So
It's invisible.
Send it to-
paint.
Send it to Preston. There you go.
yeah. So there it is.
I started doing oil paint and I hated it
I like
for
it.
about a week, and now
I like that Unholy Diver series he did. Like,
Oh, you like that too? Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
pages
that was amazing.
down here. That's gonna happen.
Fuck.
Playgo's got like 15 finished projects.
They tried to do a Dio book, like a graphic novel, but
Did
I
it
don't
not?
think
Did they?
yeah, but I don't think the guy understood what graphic novels were, because it was just like a book and they had single illustrations per each page.
Really?
Oh, no.
Was it sequential?
I
Yeah,
was
and I'm
wondering.
like-
If,
Jesus.
I was wondering if what that book looked like on the inside, because you always see those, but they just show you the covers.
Oh, it was terrible. I was like, I don't think this guy understands what graphic novels are.
Oh my god.
They could make a character, Holy Diver, and
That's
it could be
crazy.
awesome.
So yeah, I just got to do this one last little panel, and then all this stuff for this book.
Like a rainbow in the
Pages are all
dark.
fixed.
That's your Kaijusaki book, right?
Yeah. This
One of my
Nice.
buddies actually went to Dio's funeral.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he had a public
Dio's
funeral, and he drove down. I didn't get to make it because I'm a huge.
Did a
Dio
giant
nut.
animatronic dragon come out of the ground and swallow?
No,
the
I
coffin?
think, but it was just a public
That'd be awesome.
funeral, and he went.
That
down
would've been
there
amazing.
To,
I mean,
That would've been
if
amazing.
I was Dio, that's what I would have had done. I'd been like, when I die, I want a giant dragon to come out of the hole, eat the coffin, pull it down into the hole, and then
Like a big
giant-
old stage show. with
yeah,
laser
and then
show.
2 giant hands come up, and then they scoop the dirt back in on itself,
I'm
Oh,
dead,
that'd be amazing.
motherfuckers!
and then like smoke
I'm
machines and the whole deal,
Did you guys-
and
Did
then
you guys see
have Holy Diver instrumental played by an orchestra over the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Did you guys see they had like a fad for a while where
We're the last
especially in Louisiana, where they would, like, when you die, they would have you posed in a pose you had been in life with all kinds of shit around you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
if you were a jazz singer, they would have a microphone in front of you and that you'd be standing up.
That's haunting.
Yeah. And people
Yeah,
would come
it's-
through and it'd be your wake. That they'd be, you know.
Oh, okay. I've heard
crazy.
of that before.
Silver.
Why do you have a
Ogre.
horse walking around behind you, Preston?
That's my drawing companion.
Oh, okay. All right.
Silver Ogre says at this rate, ink will finish coloring all
That is
the
a
pages,
monster.
and Dan will
Yeah,
send
he's
him
a
all the
big one.
pages redone. to
It's
be
a
different.
European Doberman.
That can happen by the end of
Oh,
this
he's a good
broadcast.
boy. He's making sure you put all the lines in the right places.
No, we're almost done. We're project. I want to ship it out, even if it's done, like everything before the end of the year. I'm gonna wait till the next year because I don't want to postage and worrying about
So,
losing stuff for Christmas.
The
so-
coloring will be done for sure by the end of this month. Maybe 2 weeks is what I'm shooting for before Christmas. And then I gotta start. Just the supplemental will go fast because really Jason's doing all the work on that one too. So
Yeah, and I'm not trying, so it'll go quick.
he's all, this is just inks bullshit.
It's crap. I won't get blamed for this one. That's fine.
Back it now, friends.
His says penciler, so that's all I have to worry about.
It's layouts with finishes by Jason.
Oh,
That means I'm drawing stick figures and Jason's drawing everything
they're a little tighter than stick figures.
a little bit.
A little bit.
That's the problem.
Yeah, stop it. Just let me do it. People don't want to see your drawings.
They don't. They only want
They
me to
don't.
color and shut the fuck up.
This
Color
checks
and
out.
shut
What? This checks out. My channel has grown insurmountably since you've been gone.
Could also be because he's been telling everybody you're dead. And,
Yeah,
you know.
Never do that. What?
He thinks I'm deceased.
That's
So there you go.
horrible. Why would I play the crowd like that to try to get backers? That's terrible.
It ain't working.
Yet, well,
Yeah.
maybe when you actually die, it'll happen. Yeah.
I'm getting close. I'm working.
We're working on it. We're working
Asked
on
you
it.
to do one thing, and you just couldn't.
You had one job, Ink.
You had
Well,
one
two
job.
jobs, apparently. To color the book and then die.
I think I almost killed myself trying to learn how to oil paint because I was painting at first with Sullivan in an unventilated room. And
You idiot!
Oh,
fucking
Jesus,
passed
dude.
out.
Really?
Yeah.
You moron.
Hey, I got better Sullivan now. It's green
Terpenoid?
Sullivan. No, not terpenoid. It's green. You don't need any.
Oh yeah, it's the green one. Yeah. I know which one you got.
Selenium, whatever it is. Green. Whatever.
I know which one.
Cylinder.
So you're not going to suffocate yourself now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I started out hating oil painting, and now it's like I'm obsessed with it. So it's very cool.
Yeah. No Frog G pages will be oil painted.
No, they might. I might do one, but
dude, it'll take like 7 years for it to dry.
No, it tacks up pretty fast, like 2 or 3 days.
Right.
So it doesn't cure for a while, but it'll be dry and dry enough to send out. So,
hey Luke, can you oil paint my comic? I've changed my
Fuck no.
That's what Preston does.
Scrap everything you've got and start oil paint.
That's what the guy below me does. Yeah.
Luke's gonna oil paint the comic.
See, this is how. Damn it! This is how fucking rumors get started. No.
Rumor. It's a rumor.
Quiet,
No, I'll probably do one.
You're oil painting it?
Painted, so.
No.
Well, that's what I posted on my update. That the colored pages are mixed media. So
yeah, there'll be a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I got to order that foil card.
Which one is it going to be? Which image?
Sarnunos on the skulls.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. Is our old Frog G logo attached to that, or can you take that off of there?
I don't know if it's on there or not.
I think it's on there because we used it as a promo piece.
Yeah, if it's on there, I can take it off.
Nice. Yeah, I think I could double check, but I'm pretty sure it's the image that I have. I'm pretty sure it's on there.
Yeah, pretty much as far as Frog G, I've done charcoal, watercolor, acrylic, colored pencils, digital, and probably oil. So I've thrown everything at it. So.
Yeah, I mean, as far as inking goes, like I've done digital, pen and ink, micron, bleed-proof white. It's all mixed media.
Can't wait to see these.
It's mixed media. It's all mixed media.
It is.
Can't wait to see these oil painted pages.
What, by Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was going to be acrylic.
I heard it's going to be mixed media.
I heard he was going to sculpt each panel, photograph it,
dude,
and then do a lot of digital magic.
Rankin Bass style, just fucking animate it.
It's going to be like claymation.
It's
claymation.
going to be the world's first claymation comic. Absolutely, that's totally what we're going to do here. Going to reinvent the fucking wheel.
You heard it here first.
It'd be like those old like Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rankin Bass ones.
or it'll look like
the time before Santa Claus or the year without Santa Claus or whatever.
Yep.
With that hot guy and cold guy, and I never understood.
Heat miser and cold miser.
Yeah, and
I saw the
some
heat
of these
miser
serial
and the cold
killers-
miser up close just the other day.
Yeah, and like serial killers are really into that.
They have
Fucking
them at,
sociopaths and serial killers
the
are
Warner
into
Brothers.
that cartoon, man, big time.
Those cartoons are
Never
awesome.
understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love those cartoons.
I love it too, but
Somebody should do a metal version of that song, the Heat Miser and the Cold Miser song.
God, that would rock.
Yeah, Arda Roy
Pretty
says
fucking
that
jealous.
he doesn't want to go out like Frazetta from Bad Paint Thinner Fumes.
Paint thinner fumes. Yeah.
I wonder
Make
if
a
that
water-based
was
oil paint now.
I wonder if that was part of it though. Like,
Oh, I
Sons of Bodom did
sure.
What? I thought he
I
died of
wouldn't
old
be
age.
surprised if that was part
Well,
of
he
the
had a-
health problems that Frazetta had.
He had a
thyroid problem, but he's got all the spirits and terps that he was breathing in.
Frazetta said that after he used that cheap turpentine, that he couldn't paint for months, and he thought he lost his creativity from brain damage
wow.
and that shit.
fried him.
But he said it. Yeah, he said finally it started coming back slowly after that. Yeah.
Jesus, man.
It did a number on me for a couple days just from painting for like probably 20, 30 minutes. It like really messed me up.
You got to be
Well,
careful.
let's be honest, Ink. You were drinking it.
No.
Probably don't want to do that.
Some of that shit's no better than gasoline being
Does,
trapped in a
does it
room.
have
Yeah.
aspartame in it? I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
I'm telling.
So good.
So
Ugh.
Well, you meet
That's one of the
some
things
great
I hated about oil painting, though. So you had to deal with shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all acrylic now, Preston?
Yeah, watercolor and acrylic.
Nice.
A little bit of gouache, but I think that's just the acrylics.
I can't do gouache. Gouache is probably the medium I hate the most just because
Really?
the
So delicate.
color shift is so it drives me crazy.
Mm.
Like it's either gonna dry lighter or darker, and it drives me nuts. I can't. Ugh, I hate doing things over and over again.
and yeah,
I guess I really only used gouache for whites, just because it's so opaque.
I use it for opacity.
Yeah.
Like when I'm looking for something opaque, like an opaque red or something. But you're right, like it never turns out the color that it appears wet. It's always dull.
Yep, it's really
Yeah.
dull and flat,
Yeah.
which is why some people like it for that. But
Yeah,
For
well, I mean
me-
that's why it's such like a good like white medium too, because it's like if you just want a flat, complete like white, like it's like the best. It's
how
great.
racist. How
Yep.
dare you?
Yep.
Family Billy.
Yep.
I want something
like
in
it.
between oils and in between
This is-
acrylics.
This
So,
is
like,
the best white you can get right
What's
here.
that one?
yeah, that's what I use. Doc Martens.
The
Yeah,
dark
it's
blue
just-
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
called
use.
Yeah.
It's called pen white.
Pen
Yeah.
white.
And
Yeah, I've used
it-
pen
Yep.
white. Yeah.
It doesn't absorb pigment unless
Mm.
you work it, like you wet it and you get it. Yeah.
No.
I used
Yeah,
it. I used
that,
white
that stuff's really
gel
good
pen.
for covering up stuff.
I use the bleed
Super
proof white.
versatile.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
bleed proof because I could gauge it and it works
Jeez.
for me.
Oh my!
I think if I did a draw stream, you guys would laugh your fucking asses. You guys,
Well, I mean,
Everybody's got to start
you're-
somewhere, man.
you're a
We're
writer.
on-
it
we're
would,
on
it
the-
would be
we're on
a
the mountain.
stick figure and a tree and a little stream. Maybe-
So you're gonna draw like ink spots.
yeah,
That's all. I mean, I had 0% natural talent at all.
You got to refer to it all as precious.
yeah, but no, you worked your ass off. I
It
have.
took me a lot of
I'm more
years
of a-
to learn
yeah,
anything.
I'm more of
You
a
should
writer.
take up plumbing.
I spent a lot of my years just writing.
I know. It's weird that something that I hate as bad as plumbing, I think it's the worst thing on earth, but I'm just fucking really good at it. I don't know
I'm
why.
in the same thing. I work at a law firm, and I fucking hate. I hate the law, but I'm good at what I do. I know
I'm good
my
at what I
shit.
do. I have a particular set of skills.
He's got
Well, also, you
Awesome.
get like, my whole thing was, this is going to be it was supposed to just be a summer job while I was going to college. Like, when this is just what's going to get me through until I become an artist. But then you
summer dinks.
get used to that fucking money, and then you can never make as much money as an artist as you can as in one of the trades. And so it's
That
hard
happened to me,
that
actually.
transition.
When,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in advertising and I started making tons of money in that. And I was like, finally, I told him I couldn't do it anymore because you don't get to be really creative.
Just
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you just have to do what they tell you to.
I worked at a
Yeah.
newspaper. It was like that. I thought it was going to be a creative job. It wasn't.
Well, I finally told him, I don't want another raise. Like, I was like, don't give me any more raise because I'm eventually going to quit. Yeah. And I did.
Most money I ever made as an artist was working at a TV news station doing the bottom fucking lower third Chiron graphics for fucking for like C-SPAN and shit like that. It was the most boring fucking soulless fucking.
I used
work
to
ever.
Exactly.
do the
All that shit's a trap.
classified. I did the classified ads using Quark Express,
Oh God, fuck Quark.
and I'd always
Oh,
get in
Quark is
trouble
just
because I would miss
awful.
putting in ads.
Hated that.
Adobe
so
Illustrator.
bad.
Me
Just
too.
one of
Oh, I
those.
mean, you have to format everything just perfectly, and otherwise Quark wouldn't accept it. You couldn't import it. It wouldn't. Oh God,
I never got
so
Quark. I
goddamn
never
bad.
realized. I don't know why people used it.
It was the industry standard for a long while. You know, it's the what everybody set everyththing up to. You know, send everything off to print. That was before InDesign was a thing.
They had another weird program too that it was only for newspapers and stuff, and it was just like an ad builder, and it was sort of like a Photoshop but different. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was some weird program that they used to put all the ads together. And I think it was just made for publications and stuff.
Sounds like InDesign.
It wasn't InDesign. It started with a K. I can't remember what it was called though. But it was only for like publications. That's what it was for. That's the only thing it did. It had like all these templates for ads already in it and shit, and then you just plug pictures in. It was actually a very boring job. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah, advertising's a trap.
Well, like the guy who made Wolf and Batsy.
Korg is a blast from the past.
I got to hear him on Pizza Mix, and he was talking about how he was working as an animator, and it was just such a slog.
That's a terrible job too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, you get quick, but you're doing the same thing.
And so when Wolf and Batsy was just him getting to go home and play with his action figures and just do his own thing. But he said you figure being an animator would be a pretty good job for an artist, but
it's not.
According to him, it was a slog and a half.
Working in video games, man. A lot of people, that work in video games, they're excited about working in video games, and it turns out to not be all it's cracked up to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's another reason what the AI is for, though, to get rid of them people. They don't have to pay them artists all that money to concept anymore.
Yep.
Which,
all I'm saying is artists better learn how to write.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of writers using AI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I came up with Mercenary Guild, it started from the AOL role-playing games Arena and Parthos, and then some guys and I created our own, which was called the Crossroads. And we did that, and we couldn't use the word Crossroads anymore for some reason, so we called it the Borderlands. And it was our own role-playing player versus player type of thing. The players would start off in a town and they would fight, so it wasn't like an arena, and it was strategic and all that. And one of the guys I played with, he was very much into he wanted to be a video game designer. This is the early 2000s, and so he was working at GameStop, and then he was financing his education, and he finally hooked up with a major, I don't know if it was Ubisoft or something like that, but he hooked up with when he got out and he knew what he was doing. And he told me within months, there were times he was literally sleeping in his cubicle for 3 or 4 days at a time.
Yep.
And when he got home, because there was a time in the game we didn't see him anymore, and he was an everyday player. Yeah, we didn't see him anymore. He goes, when I get home, I don't even turn on my computer. I don't want to see it. I'm done. Like, it was the way he was treated, it's like his dream came true, and then it became a reality. And he was literally sleeping on the floor of his cubicle in a pillow and a sleeping bag, and then showering and doing everything there, trying to get things done. And it's
I think every job like that is probably like comics. I think a lot of them guys got in, and because you hear a lot of them talking, they're just like, it's just a job, dude. It's just
a lot of them don't like drawing.
I don't even like drawing.
It's just
a job. So,
there's a bunch of them like that, but those are just, they're work for hire. That's what they don't really give a shit about the art.
Pencil monkeys.
They just want to draw.
Like, that's expected of you, and you don't get paid for the time you're sleeping on a floor. You sleep for 4 hours and you get up and get back.
You'd be surprised. I slept on the job before.
I do all the time, but I get paid.
I learned a lot. I learned how to digital paint on the job and everything.
I'm gonna make my
that's and the
bonus.
newspaper. As long as I got the classifieds done, they didn't give a shit what I did after that.
Yep.
So I could go. I got to where I could do the classifieds in like 2 hours, And then I just had
Exactly.
like 6 hours to waste.
Yep.
I think
learned how to
Toke
airbrush
and
on the
I-
job. I
and
learned
I
all
can
kinds
talk
of
about
stuff.
how to increase billable hours and how to work that. But anyways, that's a discussion for another day.
That's a tale for another time.
Yeah, I would go in
I
and
mean-
just knock that
But
shit out in
imagine,
2
I mean, this
hours.
is a young kid, working at GameStop, which is a dog shit job, really.
Can confirm working at GameStop is a dog shit job. I did that during a holiday season 1 year, and it was not enjoyable.
And
Not enjoyable at all.
achieves his dream, and then he gets it with a big company, and then he's got to live like this, and it's just to me that's
Yeah, but that's always the goal. But that's not. People think that you're gonna, like, especially artists. You think you're in like this clique or something like that. Like you made it when you get an art job at a corporation, but you never. You know what I'm saying? You're just making other people money. And if you're a creative, it's the worst goddamn job you could possibly have, because you're not. They will not let you be creative at a job like that.
That's I remember doing, like, when I first
Yeah.
started at the newspaper, I would do these elaborate advertise, like really fucking cool ads and shit. And every time I'd get notes back, like I'd send it in for approval, I get, can you just like change all the lettering to like
Exactly.
impact and get rid of the border? It's like, so you
Yep.
just want a picture and some impact lettering. Yes.
That's
Okay. That's it.
That's all I want. And I'll tell you this: like, there was more than a few times I got told, "You do not work for Marvel Comics, so cut it the fuck out."
Yeah.
One thing it does teach you, though, is not to get too close to your work, because it's going to get edited.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Can't be too
Ethan-
precious.
Ethan Van Sciver is a perfect living example of that, because he really was a DC guy. I mean, he had a great run with the Green Lantern with Jeff Johns. He
Well,
did do
Ethan
some
said
work
that
for
he was
Marvel.
more of a paycheck type of guy. He was just worried about making the most fucking money he could.
Yep. He said he put his head down and just knocked the work out, which is hard to believe now, but that's back then. That's what he did. So.
Yeah, and now I think he's way better off, even though it was probably catastrophic what happened to him.
Oh, trust me, he made out like a bandit.
He's probably a hell of a lot happier now too.
Yeah.
You know?
And he owns his characters. He owns his brand.
Owning your own shit is much better, in my opinion. You know, own what you create, and you profit from it. That's that is.
Although that Green
Way to go.
Lantern run is my favorite run of comics of any comic of all time. So
Yeah, it did.
it's my favorite. Rebirth is my favorite.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
I was away from comics for years, and when Rebirth came out, I started reading comics.
War of the Rings, when they brought back Hal Jordan, that was the shit. I was like, dude. I was like,
Yeah,
bring
Rebirth
back
was
Hal?
the best.
'Cause I was never a Kyle Rayner guy. I hated Kyle Rayner. I thought he was the worst.
Yeah, I never cared for him.
Never really read. Never very much into DC at all, honestly. When Ethan
Outside of
did
Batman and
X-Men,
Flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Green Lantern, the only thing I collected from DC was Lobo. Like, anytime they came out.
Yep,
with a new
Lobo. I was a huge Lobo.
yeah, I enjoyed Lobo.
What else? I'm trying to think. I got into a few DC books, but it was mostly Marvel forever. And then there was this weird shift where it was like Marvel has all the great artists, and then DC has the writers. Then there was kind of like this weird shift where all the great artists somehow ended up over at DC, and Marvel didn't
Yep.
really have nobody. So, and then now nobody has. that
Like when
great
I was
artist.
Now nobody has shit.
in the 80s, Marvel, I mean, I was so fortunate. I feel so blessed because I was obviously it was Stern's run with Spider-Man. It was Claremont's run with X-Men. It was Byrne's run with Fantastic Four. I mean, Daredevil. I mean, holy God, in the 80s, it was like everything you picked off the shelf from Marvel was just a banger.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay. I mean, Burns was always like an easy get. Him and John Romita Jr.
Well,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, the thing that makes their stuff stand apart is that they were fans of the material to begin with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
when
that
the
made
90s
all
came
the
around-
difference in the world.
I thought the
When the 90s came around, those dudes were fans as well. They were trying to recreate the fun that they had, reading comics as kids.
Yeah. And I mean,
And
everything
that's
in the
not happening
90s,
anymore.
in the beginning of the 90s anyway, was badass. And
In fact,
before
I think the
Image.
people who are creating this stuff resent what happened in the past and want to make all this stuff their own.
The 90s was like the renaissance of comics, man. It was like you were famous if you were a comic book artist for Marvel in the 90s, you were famous. You were like you were famous. You were like a rock star.
Well, that was McFarlane kind of was the first. He was the first like rock star.
Yeah.
Comic.
They never had like guys.
I mean,
on
Rob
Tonight
Liefeld
Show or anything like that.
might have something to say about that. I'm just
I never seen McFarlane in a Lee Jeans commercial. So
I don't see their work.
What's
being
up,
better
Hex?
than
Good
what
to see
came
you,
out
man.
in the 80s.
With Spike Lee.
I don't see it.
Hex Allen hit 101 backers on his campaign before it closed out. So congratulations.
Hey, Luke,
I remember
how close are you to monetization, my friend?
Let's see if I can.
Just
Under
one
100
live
or
bill
under
drawn
1,000
away.
hours. I haven't looked recently.
Yeah, I remember hearing Liefeld saying that he would go to a convention and sell the gold foil Youngbloods for like $200-$300 a pop.
Yeah, that's
Like,
actually true. He was
sell out of them in like 5 minutes.
Now you can get them for about $2-3 a pop.
And then Eric Larson said the first check for Savage Dragon #1 was $800,000.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and he bought it. He bought his first house with it. $800,000.
Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like that could have happened again when that Iron Man movie came out.
But they screwed the pooch.
But then again, there's always been a thing with Marvel.
The pooch was the fan.
Well, they don't want another Image to come around again.
No,
of course they don't.
That's why their business model is the way it is. They don't want Image
This is
to happen.
social engineering.
You're just a fucking artist. You can't get too big anymore. You're just
You are a cog in the
won't.
machine.
Yeah,
they
It's
won't
the
let that
characters
happen.
that are big and popular, not you.
Yep.
It's not just that way with artists; it's with writers. You know,
Well,
if
they
you're a
tried
writer
that. They tried that with writers, and it didn't work out the way they thought.
and you have to tick
No,
all
it
the
did not.
boxes, and you have to do this. They put you in this thing where you can't be creative.
I think the
Or
biggest
those-
thing the end of the 90s proved to everybody was that you can't build a company on just artists, and you can't build a company on just writers.
Right.
Because neither one of them are going to work.
We need a good editor too. I mean, like Jim Shooter. Jim Shooter was people call him. You know, he was kind of a tyrant, but
I don't think Jim Shooter was a great editor. I think he was an amazing businessman. You know what I'm saying? Like his vision as an editor was kind of limited.
And he was a good writer from early on. You know? I mean, he knew decent writing. You know?
Writers still have a little bit more power too than artists, because like artists, like we will get replaced by like third world people that will work for fucking pennies on the fucking dollar and shit.
Yeah, they
know?
will.
Like,
Yep.
Well, you can't really do that with the same thing with a writer.
Well, you can always go chat GPT.
They got to worry about that AI coming too. It's coming for all.
I
of us.
almost went that way until we met Luke, and then that was it.
Hell yeah, I took an AI's job. Fuck you, AI.
That's right.
AI's
Well,
coming
you took
for
a South
everybody, man.
American or some, I don't know, South Africa. I don't know where the. But Brian was going. We can go to France.
You're bursting my bubble
Hire this
here.
person or whatever.
Well, that's why Cypher's my favorite character in the Matrix. Like I will, like fuck yeah, dude. A steak is a steak. Fucking just, I look forward to serving our robot overlords.
You're here, Billy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No.
Movie's over. That's it.
You're
No
here, Billy.
sequels.
Cypher was a fucking hero.
Cypher,
Yeah,
I'll praise
Oh, my
Cypher.
God.
I mean, it seems like why do we need AI? I mean, the only reason to have AI is to screw over artists. It has to do with money. But then when
And
you
actors.
take all the creativity out of society, I mean, what are you left with? There's
You
nothing.
don't have anything.
It's like,
But
it's
you know,
just
as I'm
nothing.
going to say this. I'm going to say,
And that's the
this.
whole point.
I got it kind of a hot take.
Uh-oh.
So bear with me. Bear with me.
Yeah, let me change.
hot
My,
in
let, me
here.
change let me
Okay.
change my. Let me change my thing
right.
first before.
So as a writer,
Oh, boy.
I
I know it's
could
coming.
use AI just to get a kind of idea of how things would look, but I would never publish that. I would have someone like Luke actually, and I would confer with him and say, what does this look like? Because right now, I write a script and it's not that detailed because I'm kind of new to all this writing comic scripts, and Luke just goes, and right now he's going real good, and I kind of like that. But I can understand why a writer would use AI just to get a glimpse of how things would look, but don't publish it. Just get how would this look, and how would
But you
this
could
work?
just look up examples on Google.
Here's what I would say
Okay.
about that.
Well,
Comics is a visual medium, right? So if you
Yeah.
want to be a writer, and then what you're saying right now is you're subtracting part of that artist's input to the project. And if you want to do that, and you think that the artist is he's so invaluable that his concepting doesn't even matter to what you've wrote, just go write a book and don't get into comics, because what's the point? It's supposed to be a 50-50
I think he's more
collaboration.
saying,
Right,
he's seen how a comic is laid
maybe
out.
I'm not
and written.
articulating it right.
Yeah.
It's just to get an idea, not get an idea of how this would look as I write. But again, when I leave it up to somebody like Luke with what I write, he does things that I could have never anticipated. You know, like there's certain scenes that he's written, like, wow, I did that perspective. I never thought of that. Them going down the stairs this way, or them coming in the courtyard this way. So, I mean, I'm all for, again, the artist's interpretation, but I can understand for a writer who doesn't have access to an artist like Luke to try to get a visual of how things would look. But again, I don't know what AI can or can't do because I've never touched it as a writer or for art. I don't even mess with it. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think sequential is
kind of a creative catch-all now.
It's sequential is a unique thing though, because even though you're the writer, the artist is sort of the writer too, because they're putting their own spin on, you know, each panel is telling that story.
Absolutely.
So they're part of the writing process.
Luke has done things that, I mean, bring me to tears at times.
I'm a big proponent of
What's
that.
up, Nick?
Like, he's made these characters and some of my dreams like come true, and you know, AI can't do that.
Why, oh, why
No.
didn't I take the blue pill?
Jesus. Fucking Fiverr, man. Fuck that
So
website.
I'm not
yeah.
for AI anything, because they do it for writing too. I remember somebody did. There was a YouTube video.
Dude, they
where
do it for music.
went
They
to the
do it for
Mandalorian.
fucking voiceover, fucking remanipulation. Like, just it's pervasive in every creative medium now.
It is. Somebody
Yeah,
went
it's
on
being
YouTube
used
and
everywhere.
typed in all the things on ChatG or one of these. I don't know if it's ChatGPT. One of these.
It seems to be one of the popular ones.
And
Croc
they
Mitten
typed
uses
in all the
ChatGPT is
elements
awesome
for the
writing and use it properly.
Mandalorian, and they came out with a better Mandalorian story than anything that came out.
That's
in
easy.
3.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty low fucking bar.
Exactly.
That's like putting ChatGPT to do a good Marvel movie. I mean, you don't need ChatGPT for that. You can just go to any kindergartner.
I just don't
Right.
find any
I'm
meaning
writing
in
Shadow of the
anything
Conqueror too with
creative if
ChatGPT
it's
right
done
now.
by a computer. I don't get the appeal. I mean, why do I care? A computer came up with it. I'd rather see what a human comes up with, their own unique vision. I'm not interested in any of that when it comes to creativity. Maybe, you know, make my car run better, make the machines that make shit work better, but creativity is
Right.
a human thing.
That's what I need a computer for, is to fix my car.
Speak
it.
for yourself.
Your overlords are not pleased.
Well, don't you think that the movies that have
will
been coming out for the
outdo
last
you.
5 or 6 years have been formulaic? Have just been plug this in, plug that in, do this, do that, and we'll feed it to the public, and there
Plug
you
back
go.
in.
And it really is very similar to.
Then
to
it's like
what you're
Luke
saying.
says, "Yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking for a little bit of gold."
Well, also too, it's
crap.
the sales are falling off. People are like, I'm tired of this
Yeah.
garbage. So
Mhm.
either you can only shovel shit to somebody for so long before they start to smell it. So
I smell it.
Well,
I mean, like,
after
for
a while, it piles
example,
up.
Smell like candy.
If I write
corn,
a
doesn't
story,
it?
and I can use
corn.
I can use AI art and save myself $15,000.
So you want to be like your boy Zach? Is that what we're?
To the public.
Wait, Luke's getting 15,000.
No, but I can save myself around 15 grand.
Yeah.
And put it out to the public who doesn't know any better. There's people who are going to do that.
Is he doing that for the next Jawbreakers? Does anybody know? Is he going to use?
I'm
AI
not
art?
doing that.
Nah.
I'm not doing that. Right, Luke? I'm not doing that.
I think he said like if he was gonna ever do it, it would be like a one-off, like one-shot standalone book that didn't have anything to do with any of his like current properties.
It's weird. It's still weird. Just
for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Croc Mitten says if you use if you give GPT a one-sentence request and you expect a masterpiece, that's not what it's for. You use it the way you would a thesaurus and a dictionary for suggestions and fresh ideas. Okay, using it as a tool, not as the end result. I think the problem that I'm seeing is a lot of people are just using it as the end result as opposed to using it as a starting point.
Right, but somebody on YouTube gave an example. They actually typed in all the elements that ChatGPT needed for like a Mandalorian episode, and it was fucking a lot. But it was something I'd probably want to see. It was like, wow, this is a lot better than the shit.
I mean, I view AI the same way I view people tracing shit. I just want to. There's no point in it. I don't get the point in it at all. Right.
Well,
so you're not a Greg Land fan?
No,
That's
trust me. Comedy has very many people that would make Greg Land very proud, and it drives me crazy.
It's going to turn into like what artisans are like now with like actual like physical goods. Like there's going to be people that just want to buy the $3 manufactured fucking knife, that you buy like at Walmart, and then there's going to be the people that actually want like a knife that was made by a human blacksmith, and like.
What trips me out is people actually defend Greg Land.
Yeah,
you're just jealous.
And that's really what we're.
I mean, I watch porn. Like I'm just jealous that he gets to use as much porn as he does.
I said the dictionary is a tracer. I think
no, I see
little more than
a tracing. I mean that is done in comics and also recycling art. I mean, you only see it in today's comics.
Well, tracing and referencing.
Well, that's why I view it the same way as AI. I don't like either of them. I think if you do that, you're a fucking hack, and you can fool some people, but you're not fooling artists like us. I can tell a traced image like 5 miles away. It's you're only fooling normies that don't buy comics. That's all that's what you're fooling. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, traced work always has that lifeless feel to it. It feels dead when you look at it. At least for me.
See a comment like, I don't know how he does it. I know how he does it. It's called Photoshop and a cutout filter. That's how he does it.
That's they're doing the same thing with films and TV. Is they're following a formula. They're putting in patterns. They're putting in agenda, and they're doing it over and over and over again. And people for a long time were eating it up. Right now, it doesn't look like they are.
Well, that's because actors are striking. They're having these big rallies, protesting all this shit because they're trying to use their faces on with AI generators.
No, we can use your face in perpetuity, even after you're dead.
I can see how AI will make whole movies.
Look, they could make a James Dean movie right now. I wouldn't go fucking see it. I know it's not going to be James Dean.
Take my money.
No, you hook up 3D modeling with AI,
Plagal,
and you can probably make any movie you ever wanted. And it wouldn't need a human source, but it's gonna lack like the spirit of.
What if it was James Dean versus Patrick Swayze?
People, what they're adding,
right?
Deathmatch. James Dean versus Patrick Swayze.
No, I see what you're saying, Crockman.
Now I would see that
it's a tool.
If it was Roadhouse and it was James Dean and Patrick Swayze in a knife fight
against the Triple Deuce. Name of the bar was the Double Deuce.
And Humphrey Bogart
in prison.
playing what's his name? The
Yeah, I know, right?
his buddy,
He's like shitting on a T.
Samuel Jackson's character?
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam
It's a
Elliott.
tool.
Croak Mitten says shitting on AI is like shitting on a table saw, a drill, or a router. They're just a tool. You can do a shit job with any tools, but you can do amazing things if you use them properly. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if you're not creative enough to do it on your own without a crutch, that's fine. That's fine. There's a lot of people like that in the world.
Frog G, all ages, friend.
Absolutely.
I, for one, bow down to our AI overlords, much
That's
like
right,
Cypher.
friend.
My friend Cypher down there.
As a
I
writer,
will continue to
feel
make
the
stuff
same
with my
thing.
hands.
It isn't just art; it's
There we
writing
go.
too. And as a writer,
Making
I
shit with
feel the
hands.
same pressure. Like
You can't tell a table saw to make a fucking chair.
What if it was James Dean in Return of the Jedi?
That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with James Dean and 8 fingers wielding a lightsaber?
Damn you, Preston.
You know, the 8 fingers kind of throws me off a little bit.
I've seen the future and it's polydactyl.
Or James Dean in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
He was,
fuck.
he was Heisenberg's assistant.
That actually might make it good.
You didn't like Breaking Bad?
Nope.
One of the few people. I never really saw most of it, so I can't make it.
Well, I was just giving an example. I didn't mean to start a fucking meme.
You started a war, sir.
Yep.
I hate it.
Proud of yourself.
I absolutely hate
James Dean
AI,
and Boogie
so
Nights.
Nothing would ever change my mind about AI.
Polydactyl this.
I find no use for a creative robot.
Just give
We don't need
Preston
it.
ChatGPT and about a million gigabytes of RAM and just let him make movies for me.
You know what sucks is that
I
right
feel
now
like
we have a
Cartman
whole
when he
host-
was that robot and he was in Hollywood, like suggesting all these movies.
So right now we have a whole host of people in the comic book industry, video game industry, and Hollywood who think they're creative, and now they're going to use AI to basically I guess
Jeffrey Katzenberg said he's going to make movies with 5 people.
James Dean as the new Jar Jar Biggs.
You know,
Just
so
saying.
we are
Entertainment.
in.
Oh my
We are
god!
in
I should
fast
kick you for
food.
that. That's just terrible.
Right now,
Rex.
entertainment is fast food.
You know what's going to happen?
That's what it is. It's fast food entertainment.
People are going to get
It's not
sick of
good.
Hollywood and start using AI to go ahead and generate their own movies.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
it's gonna
the
fuck
fans.
everything up.
And then
And
they'll
those
be
of
super
us who are
stoked
creating
that
our own shit.
we fucking brought all that shit on.
Oh, dude, holodecks, man. Hook me
Mhm.
up.
Those of
They
us
had
who are creating
holodecks,
our own
people
shit
wouldn't
the right
leave.
way,
Plug me back in.
we're like the fine dining.
Ignorance is
Okay.
bliss.
Yeah, we know fast food.
Oh my god! All
from,
right, Cypher.
escargot, you know, the difference.
It's fucking
No,
steak.
seriously,
Steak's great.
entertainment is just fast food right now.
Less
Okay, we're going to
films,
give you
tender.
this. Eat it. Don't complain.
Right.
And we are the fine dining of.
Oh, come on, Shelby.
Came out great.
Just letting you guys know it's time to end it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You're not
that's-
wrong, dude. You're
That's
not
literally.
wrong.
I was literally about to fucking say that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
We've been going for 3 hours, and I actually hadn't.
Shelbert.
Oh wait, shit! I gotta change my.
Happy birthday to
change my graphic.
you.
You're early.
And many more.
On ChatGPT.
You see
Y'all
the
sound
birthday
like
card?
Congress arguing about email on the internet, yo.
Ah.
I made your birthday card, Shelby.
What is that, Billy?
I made Shelby a birthday card.
Make Billy big, please.
Hang on.
Shelby has to see his birthday card.
Mr. Shelby.
Hey, it's the Wizard magazine.
47.
It's issue
I
number
told them
47.
you're 62 and they didn't believe me.
Well, that's not an age. That's just the issue
Yeah, I'm
number.
62.
Yeah, see? Fucking thought I was fucking around.
Shelby's not 47.
I've got that
He's
somewhere.
62, dog.
Shelby's way older than me.
Wow.
Why can't
Yeah.
time go faster? I want to be 69.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be there sooner than you think you
You'll
will.
be home in time for dinner.
What word prompts did you type in to get
That's
this
cool.
image, Billy?
Nothing. Like the only part that was hard was lassoing
Thanks,
out
Angie.
the actual text that was in the back, and then having to kind of spray splatter the color in the proper place.
Oh, so you didn't use AI? This isn't real art.
Damn it.
Imagine what they'll have in 100 years. That might be like, it's not real art. You didn't even use AI.
Angela says,
Be
I wish you a
100
happy
years
birthday
from now,
tomorrow,
man.
Shelby. I'm too tired. Here you go.
Yeah, it's understandable.
69
I'm not dying by
forever.
sleep,
Luke.
I'm not
That's
going
all
to
right,
wish
Angie.
Shelby a happy birthday because
Never
everyone
mind.
else is.
It's bullshit.
I'm not jumping on that bandwagon.
Love those.
I made the card
Bullshit.
too early. Blame hockey.
it's
He was in
cool,
the
man.
picture and told me.
If Jason's not gonna do it, I'm gonna draw 4 more pages.
I'm not doing it.
Fuck it, 4 more pages it is. These
There
books
it
have just
is.
gotten longer and more expensive.
Yep, just blame
No.
Shelby.
They're never allowed to design a logo for
Well,
me.
show
What
what
font is that?
Logo.
What?
Who's designing logos?
Nobody.
Billy.
The Matrix.
Cypher.
Just leaning into that cipher.
Cypher's designing logos.
Attaboy.
Well, the conversation is so good. I just want to show our overlords which line the side of the line
I stand
stand
with I stand with Billy
Oh
on
my
this one.
God.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
found some Common Girl pages.
No.
I stand
How
with
do you-
Cypher. Steak is delicious.
yeah. See, we know what's up.
Nope. Maybe I'll just draw 2 more.
I'm too red pilled for that. Sorry.
Red pill.
Not wishing you a happy birthday, Shelby. Not doing it.
I don't care.
Not
He
doing it,
doesn't care.
Shelby.
Doesn't matter how many dicks you give him,
I don't care how many people wish it. I'm not doing it.
how many
many
penises you draw on his
Urfies.
face. He's not gonna do it.
I wanna
Everybody keeps
I want to see
wishing. him-
AI do James Dean as Shelby Roberts.
That is true.
Which,
No,
which
Dave-
AI?
What the hell? am I
AI
doing?
could do Dave Grohl as Shelby Robertson.
Ooh,
Start
No,
screaming
no,
Stella
that's-
everywhere.
that's
I
lame.
mean, that might be a
You
little
gotta
easy.
be. You gotta be
Gaping.
specific. Which AI?
Yeah, Dolly 3.
No, that one that hockey used to make the pig bat.
The pig bat.
Thing.
That was a Chat GPT.
Hockey just posted a pretty cool Doctor Who sketch cover.
Yeah.
Twitter.
I'm happy he joined us on the stream to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's
Hockey.
been in the chat.
Yeah, not on the panel though.
Not on the panel. It's as if he wasn't here.
Yeah, happy birthday, Shelby.
He's got jet lag.
Jason,
What?
did you eat a dirty hot dog or something? Your voice sounds really raspy.
A dirty hot dog.
Did you eat a dirty hot dog?
Is that a euphemism?
That's a reference to 69 if I ever heard one.
Yes, Shelby. I ate
Okay,
a
so
diseased penis.
in the chat, Tokami asks, "What happens if you take
Balls in the
both
face.
pills?" And I'm gonna,
Yep.
I want to talk about that.
Oh, that's
From
Taste the
purple?
Rainbow, man. That's like Skittles.
No, what it means
Stealth.
is that you see that, and that's actually where Cypher is. He's the purple pill.
Oh man, you learn kung fu.
He knows. So he's red pilled. He knows all the truth,
No, they wipe.
but he's willing to go into it. So it's kind of.
So
a
is he
purple
really
pill.
not dead then? He's
No,
Yeah, but
He
he wants his mind wiped clean. He doesn't want to remember
he
it.
said, just wipe my mind
Yeah.
clean. Make me an actor or something. That's what he said.
Somebody important
Uh-huh.
like an actor. Yeah.
So at that moment, he's purple pilled, and then he
Purple
eventually
pilled.
becomes blue pilled.
Yeah.
Just want to get that. I just want to answer that chat.
Is that right, Shelby? Is that correct?
Shelby's
I
not
agree.
listening.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree.
Shelby just came in to end the stream.
The Matrix
Right.
is my favorite trilogy.
Mine
That
too.
fourth movie
Everyone,
doesn't count. That was
everyone
fanfic.
has I think,
I
has a
agree.
passing liking of metal. I mean,
Matrix 3
I
sucks.
think to varying degrees on this panel. I don't know if everybody enjoys the same brand of metal that I do, but to varying degrees, yes, I think, for the most part.
If we're talking about metal that sounds like Cookie Monster singing it, you're right. I don't like it.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie!
I only listen to Slovakian hardcore ska.
I love Dogstar. What? Dogstar is amazing.
I think I was telling Luke.
I love their singer.
Like, Children of Bodom.
What's wrong with Dogstar?
I was talking to him about Alexei Leho's guitar because I'm a fan of Yngwie Malmsteen, and Alexei Leho brought.
I like Yngwie. Yngwie's awesome.
I know. I actually got into a fist fight with him a long time ago.
Like stormtroopers of destruction.
Anyway, so that's a story for another time. But Alexei Leho brought that in Children of Bodom, which is actually like death metal vocals with that Yngwie Malmsteen type of vibe. And I just thought it was cool. Alexei died. I think he was, 41 or 42.
Yeah. It was a couple years ago.
Yeah, and but I like Children of Bodom and some of that stuff. But really, I grew up on my favorite band ever is Black Sabbath, and Dio is actually my favorite Sabbath singer.
My favorite Sabbath album is a Dio album.
Yeah, mine too, actually.
Heaven and Hell, or
you know what? I don't know what the name of it is. I just remember the album cover looks like a Greek pillar thing, like in the middle with like a waterfall or something in the background coming down the middle, and it's got like runes written on everything.
Are there?
I still think Striper is the
angels
gold
around
standard
it?
for metal.
What's that?
Are there angels around it?
Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to see the
there's
album.
probably
I think that's Heaven and Hell.
He only did like 3. He did Heaven and Hell. Then he did Mob Rules, which that's not.
I like
Mob Rules is
a
good,
lot.
but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
And they did Dehumanizer in '92, and that's not it. And then they did Heaven and Hell.
What year was that?
Huh?
Heaven and Hell was done when?
Heaven and Hell was done in the 2000s before.
That wouldn't be it. It was done in the 90s because I had it when I was in high school.
No, it's not in the 90s. The only 90s one he did was Dehumanizer.
Maybe it's Dehumanizer I like then. I have to look it up.
Okay. Well, anyways,
I'm gonna have to look it up.
look up Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules, Dehumanizer, and then Heaven and Hell stuff they did in the 2000s because they kind of renamed the band. They didn't call it Black Sabbath, but it still was. But it was called Heaven and Hell as a band.
Ozzy was super, super jealous of Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dio was actually a singer.
Yeah.
When I heard he was a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, I got to meet him briefly. I went to a show where there was like 300 people in the 90s. I mean,
I love Dio. He's awesome.
Yeah,
It wasn't
and,
Dehumanizer.
we got to talk to him, but we spent like an hour. I had an uncle who was dying of cancer, and he wanted to hear about that. And
What's up, Mermaid Messiah?
all kinds of shit. Like the guy was just such a sweetheart, really was. You say never meet your heroes, but he didn't fall in that category.
I think
It's
Shelby's not
nice
my
to hear
hero.
that.
Shelby just became more of my hero, saying that fucking we share the same favorite movie trilogy. Fuck yeah.
That movie trilogy is terrible.
Fuck off.
Best movie
There's
trilogy.
only one.
There's only one movie. There's one other trilogy that would possibly trump it. I don't think the third movie's ever going to come out. I'm a huge fan of Crank 1 and 2. I don't know if you guys
Crank
are a
is
fan
so
of Crank.
good.
Yeah,
I
the
remember the
third
first
movie is.
one.
There was supposed to be a third
movie is
one?
written. Yes, and Statham has said he would do it, but it's a matter of funding. And that director actually is like a really, really popular director now. So brothers, but the
Dude.
one brother in particular.
Yeah, I didn't know that was
getting
supposed to be a
all this.
trilogy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Crank is a.
My
so
big
good.
fat
Dirty.
Greek wedding is the best trilogy that was
Oh
ever
good
made.
God! Right next
Are
to-
we ending?
right next
Is
to-
Ink Spot's done?
Yeah,
Now,
I
if-
think I
If
think
Sisterhood
that's a shot.
Traveling Pants come out with number 3, it would be
Traveling pants.
the best trilogy ever.
It wasn't Black Sabbath.
All right, I think that just shot the stream in the back of the head.
That's dumb. You're dumb.
Just like that Smith did the switch after fucking Cypher turned on everybody.
Yeah, Cypher. Not like this. Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Kick
Not
Ink.
like this.
He's directing
Cypher's the type
Hellboy
of guy
now.
that defends
Lord.
the Marvels.
Cyber's the type of guy that enjoys a good steak.
Brie Larson, man, she's a treat.
She's a gem.
All right.
She's a national treasure.
Let's derail this some more?
No, I'm just thinking I could be listening to music and
Kick me for what? Dang.
Sisterhood
apparently
of
something you
Traveling
said.
Pants.
Oh yeah, the
out for
Sisterhood of the
what?
Traveling Plants. Yeah, that's a kickable offense. Anyway, I want to
really
thank the
about
chat for
pants?
being here.
We're
Follow
think
follow
Louis
everybody
Strong
here.
used that
Check
as
the
well.
links in the chat. If you guys got work you want to show? Anybody
just
working
wanted
on
to
anything
say,
they want to show
remember-
before we bounce?
That motherfucker is not real.
Of course.
All
I
right.
agree with Lily.
That's pretty cool, Rex.
Nice job, Rex.
I don't know what album it was.
I can't show what I'm working on currently, but I can show you.
I can't, but I'll show it anyways. You only got like 8 people
Maybe
in
it
here.
wasn't
Alright?
Sabbath.
Yeah,
You can show the card. You can show the card. You showed.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hang on, let me find you here, Shelby.
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Shelby knows
That's
what's up.
great.
Sisterhood of the Traveling
Jason
Pants.
got funny voice. I got some cards too.
Hey, see that?
You don't gotta.
Oh, wow.
There you go. That's mine.
I did sketch cards. I
Yeah,
did these
baby.
last night
Those are awesome.
Cool color.
man.
Wow.
while I was watching Sister.
Did you see mine, Shelby?
Traveling
You
Pants.
show one of those
Eating
again,
ramen
I
and
love
Shelby-
it. I love
butter.
detail.
Shelby, look at mine.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep. That's-
I can't see what's going on.
You don't have to.
Are you in a tornado?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
G.I. Joe.
Where's, the,
Oh,
where's
that's
his
sweet.
tattoo?
Yeah.
It's underneath his shirts.
Get your red pen and draw a tattoo on him.
All right, Shelby.
Did you have
It might actually be on
You
the
know
outside.
that's Snake Eyes, right?
It's on the other arm. It's on the other
The
arm.
album's called TYR, Tier.
Did you have a special cupcake?
What
birthday
album?
cupcake?
Tier?
The
That's
Black
not-
Sabbath
that's
album
not-
I like.
That's not Dio.
I'm
That's
going to talk about something different.
that's
I know
Tony
it's a
Martin.
different. I know. I just realized it's a different person.
Yeah, he's great. I love Tony Martin. He's one of
I
my
love that
favorite.
album.
I like
Sabbath
Corey
singers.
Barton too. He's a great colorist.
Nice.
So this is the card that you will get if you sign up for Mercenary Guild. This is called
sign
the
up
Elven
today.
Sorceress.
Nice.
And
I like sorceresses.
yes, indeedy. She's part of the rival Mages Guild in the town of Saltport.
I'm gonna show that to my little brother.
This this card will be an exclusive for signing up, and then when you purchase the book. So
For
yeah.
no reason other than showing my younger brother.
Oh, okay.
No, he's got a horror punk band. They're like the Misfits meets Nirvana. They're called Witch Bitch.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
It's perfect then. Yeah, it looks dope, dude. Killed it.
Thank you. And this the original artwork for this will be on the campaign as well.
Sweet.
So hit up the link pinned at the top of the chat. I want to thank everybody for coming to hang out. Panel, you guys are a motley bunch of misfits, and you're all awesome. And chat, you guys are fantastic. Always appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks,
Just
chat.
find
Appreciate
my
it.
mouse. And
There's a chat?
There's a chat, and we will see you guys.
I didn't know
we'll
anybody
see you
watched
guys
this
later.
crap.
Peace.
Great fucking job. Thank you very much. Get fucked up. Have a good time. Cheers.
We're the all singing, all dancing crap of the world.
When your music sucks,
Happy
you're
birthday,
an
Shelby.
asshole.